Uh, there's something really important that I need to say before I begin the stream tonight.
Your shoelaces are untied. Made you look.
Anyway, so have you guys seen any good restaurants or anything lately or anything like that? Hi, Snatcher. What happened to YouTube? What do you mean what happened to YouTube? YouTube should be working. What do you mean? What happened? What do you mean? I see everything's fine on YouTube on my end. Refresh. It seems fine to me. Jeez Louise, man, thought I was serious for a sec. No, of course not.
You know for a fact that I am not that serious on the show. Anyway, hi.
Yeah. So, good news. Yeah, I have been doing some background work and I have messed around and I have fixed some stuff related to voice filters. And now I can do voice filters directly through OBS instead of going through any random programs and things, which makes me very happy because that means I can cut out Adobe. Thank Lord. I don't want to use Adobe as much as possible. Like, best case scenarios, I just not use Adobe whatsoever. But yeah, I figured out a way to not only make my own filters in OBS, but also, again, they're nice and customized, so I can do literally whatever I want, which is very fun and very convenient. And yeah, I don't know, it gives me the chance to experiment and do fun things. Got back, I got my back to school outfit, and my uncle is visiting from China. Nice, good stuff. Do you think I could make contact with Snatcher?
No, my doors are currently closed at the moment.
So yeah, no, he can't. He's busy, very secluded in the forest. But that's not the only filter that I got set up. I got a couple of filters that I have set up. Specifically, some old classics that you might remember if you were around during the filter days.
Like this one. Hello. Ahoo! I'm back. The tiny little gremlin is back. Hello?
So yeah, that one's working just fine. I like how slick it is. It's just like one filter to the next. So that way I could just be talking like this.
And then all of a sudden I could be talking like this.
It takes a little bit of finesse on pressing buttons and whatnot, but it works. I'm doing it all through Stream Deck. I'm planning on readjusting the Stream Deck's settings so that it's a little bit easier for me to be able to do that. What about contracts? This is not Q&A with Snatcher, but
Last time I tried to give contacts to children, I ended up regretting it.
Yeah. There is also, for those moments where I need to do a little bit of echoing. Hello. This is me. I am currently in the Dream Zone, talking to all of you. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Live directly from a cavern. That is fun. Also, in the event that I need a little bit more than that.
What?
It's fun. I like it. Here's an old classic.
Do you guys remember this voice? I certainly hope you do. Hello! Sounds a heck of a lot like the droids from Portal 2. Hello. How are you? Giggling like a madman. Well, I'm glad that I could be some form of entertainment.
Uh-oh. Oh god. Okay. So, alright, there's a little bit of a risk here because I need to remember to, like, turn off certain filters and then turn on other ones. Because if I don't, I could get horrible scenarios like this.
Hello, how are we doing? First of all, too much noise. And second of all, what is happening? I don't know. Honestly, this is kind of fun. This is a fun one. I hope I'm not too loud for anybody. God, how many filters do I have on? I think I have like 3 currently on. Echo. Let's turn that one on just to really mess with people's heads. Hello. You are currently speaking to the collective. You just made my entire week. Hey, I'm glad. What if I just do nothing but talk with this voice for the rest of the stream? Do you think people are gonna be okay with that? Do you think, like, as I'm just sitting here, literally like, oh shoot, I just realized something.
Turn off the echo. Just occurred to me, I have not sent out the notification that I am even streaming to begin with. Whoopsie daisy. Let me go and fix that right now. Here. Ba, 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 ba. Sorry, I've just been so busy with trying to, like, get this entire thing set up that I completely forgot. Whoops. A lot of last-minute changes that I wanted to make sure that everything was working properly. I was also testing my my setup to make sure that it's even possible for me to be able to, like, you know, do it through OBS reliably. This has been a long time coming, though. Like, it's been a while since I've had voice filters on the stream, and I've missed it dearly. So. Yeah, there we go. There, whoopsie doopsies. Okay. Also, I should probably send that notification out to social media as well. I don't know how many people go to my streams via, like, my social media announcements, but I don't know. I do it anyway just to let people know. Okay. The fun one is doing Tumblr, actually. Because with Tumblr, it has, like, embeds and stuff. I want to make a message here. Here. There we go. I want to create a post. Thank you. That. Sorry, currently preoccupied with getting my place set up. There we go. Oh yeah. No. Okay, I think I do have stuff set up there. See how much, like, effort and pre-work I put into, like, even, like, announcing these streams? It's a little bit goofy. Okay, I think that's everything. Let's go ahead and post that. My sister got me a Bluey friendship bracelet. Oh, really nice. Can I make a Snab costume for my dog? Go for it. If you can do that, do it. Sounds awesome.
You people and your snabs, that's not canon.
There we go. I think the thing I really like about my setup, though, is that it's really low profile from a CPU standpoint. The original one was, like, really clunky. Snap popsicle. Please tell me it's one of those, like, you know those ice cream popsicles that have, like, the bubblegum eyes? I want Snap's eyes to be, like, completely improportionate. Speaking of Snap, says Chatty. All right. Hello. Oh, hey, that explains a lot of things. Let me raise this up just a little bit. There we go. Adjusting audio. Ta-da! The Snap has arrived.
The demon is here!
Such creepy. All right. Anyway, so I am going to go ahead and play a round of Power Wash Sim. Specifically, we are going to be cleaning up a submarine. And that should be relatively fun, I think. I think the saddest thing for me with this whole filter thing is that I'm not doing it through... the what is that one software? Frickin' Voice Mod? Yeah. I'm not doing it through Voice Mod because, well, I don't really like... I don't know, I don't like the direction Voice Mod is taking. So, I actively, like, I don't know. I don't want to use it. But the problem with that is that that means that I can't do this, like, via Discord calls or anything like that. It has to be done through OBS, so... But yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Was that the Snap of 87? Okay, there we go. Readjusting some things. Making sure that I am inside the Discord call. Hopefully I set up all of the stuff for this. So I had to do some refreshes of the stream layout in order for me to be able to get this thing set up today. So yeah, hopefully everything is running as expected. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and clean ourselves a submarine. Miliolida, PhD, Crab Bay. Hello. Power Wash Services. On behalf of everyone here at Caldera University Marine Biology Department, a huge thank you for helping us out. Investigations into the recent seismic activity have left the university's research submarine Rowdy Sea Life. Rowdy Sea Life? Rowdy Sea Life. Is that it? Coated in benthic substrate on the verge of seizing up. It's gotten pretty interesting on the Caldera County coastline since Ruthless starting rumbling, and the recent offshore seismic activity gave us the exciting opportunity to see how... Oh my freaking god. You know what? We're diving in. Nuts to this. God. Alright, is the desktop audio on? Oh my god, I've got so many audio sliders now. This is intimidating. Where is the PC audio? I feel like there should be a way that I can hide these bars, maybe. Because I don't think I need them. There it is. The game PC audio. There we go. Ah, yeah, look at this. Sweet. Alright, so yes, we will be cleaning submarine. Snap, what is your opinion on Snatcher? That was really inflammatory. I don't think I should say anything.
I heard what he said. I don't approve of it at all.
Have you got to see that one drawing? Which drawing? Thanks again for your help. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna move this thing so I can see that that notification just a little bit clearer. There you go. Also, I'm going to adjust the hand tracker because that's just a little bit odd. There we go. There's not many people who'd be willing to wash a subcoated in the discharge of hundreds of species of invertebrate. Well, you know, that's my job, lady. Oh, hey, yeah, look at that. Do you know much about the biology of marine invertebrate? Yeah, look at all the disgusting stuff. I think I need to swap over to Old Faithful. They're a fascinating bunch.
Twinkle, twinkle, assholes.
Christ, man, those notifications are stupidly loud. Hi, how you doing? How's it going? Wow, you are really quiet. Hello.
Wait, hold on. How about now?
Oh, hello. You're awake, you said?
Yes.
Good morning. I have had things thrown at me. Gosh darn it. Thank you. Thank you for the boba. Stop throwing boba in my face! Excuse me, I'm just gonna rest for a while. No, that's a mood. That's a mood. I'm just gonna stay on the floor. I'm kind of tired too, but I'm doing everything under my power to not drink caffeine or anything like that. And how's the computer running?
Yes.
Yes? Ooh. Okay. I hope that's not a bored yes.
No, that's actually going pretty good.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, okay, so I'm assuming one of the first things that you tried to do on it was, like, play probably Destiny?
Yes.
Yes, and I'm assuming that probably went pretty well?
When I first downloaded it on Steam, re-downloaded it, because I had to re-download a bunch of games, it only took about maybe 10 minutes before it was at 100%.
Ooh.
For a big game like that.
So you've got, like, a better network card in the thing? Like, you know, a better internet thingy?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Were you just running off of Wi-Fi last time, or was this, like...
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, improvements. Oh, man. Random's thing, though. I don't know if it's because I've been running more processes in the background on my computer, but I've noticed that whenever I get a Discord... Ow. Yippee!
Bean attack.
Beans! 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 Beans!
Attack them more with the beans. Ow. That's not a bean. It's a duck. That was an effective duck. Anyway.
That duck was made of stone.
Oh, yeah, right. Or, like, you know, like compressed black hole energy or something. We all live in orange-white submarine, says Pink. Ha ha ha. Ah. Hey, ah. Anyway, every time I get a notification on Discord, like, for some reason, I've been playing through Hollow Knight again, and, like, Hollow Knight sort of seizes up, and I lose frames.
Ooh.
And I don't get that. Like, what the heck is Discord doing in the background that causes that much stuttering? I don't know. Discord needs to up its game. Fix their frickin' jank. Anyway, anything else that you've been up to as of late?
I've actually recently tested VR chat and it's working on my PC again. I might not do it right now, but probably next week, and I'm probably gonna try and hook up my Oculus to my computer.
Thank God for that cable. I'm very happy that VR is a lot more approachable nowadays than when it was when I started. VR when I started,
Harris,
it was like pulling.
Get your rock off my map.
No. Nova is asking, what are both of my favorite soundboards? Good question. Hey, Shell's here. Hello. What's my favorite, like, soundboard stuff? I don't know. Right now, I'm currently partial to...
Goober.
Right now, mine's this. And this one.
Bean attack.
Beans! 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 Beans!
Beans! Friggin' awesome. Alrighty then.
Actually, I got a new one recently. Hold on.
Oh,
Give me a minute to pull it up.
probably
Hold on.
cursed.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
Oh, what is that from? That sounds very familiar.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, that explains things. Wait, was that Vegeta?
Yes.
Yeah, of course it's Vegeta. Jeez.
It's not fair.
It should have been me! I'm the Prince of all
It
days!
should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
Cry about it, Prince boy. Jeez. Too bad. Well, oh, it's from Yu-Gi-Oh? Really? So wait, was that Dan Green? Because that sounded a heck of a lot like Dan Green.
I've been lied to.
I mean, I could believe that Vegeta would say that. Yep, that's Dan Green. Interesting. Okay, well, thanks for the correction, Nova.
Thank you.
There. Cleaning up the sub. Also, I do not think it's a coincidence that this sub looks awfully familiar to, like, you know, that one sub. What was it? The Ocean whatever? Ocean Gate? You know, the one that ended up exploding or, like, you know, dying in the ocean.
Give me your money.
Yeah, and had all the millionaires that were, like, asking you to give them their money. Yeah, that one. There we go. Also, I have my Discord up, and I'm just looking at that that one post that Shell posted not too long ago, of like that one like flat-faced fish. I forget what it's called. It's got like a really complicated name. It's so doofy though. I love him. It's like an odd mix between a whale, a shark, and a dingus. Oh, yeah. Oh man.
Twinkle, twinkle, assholes.
Christ, that sound effect is so loud.
Sorry.
What server is that in?
It's a like a Destiny 2
Man.
like a Destiny server.
Dear God.
Unbelievable horse proclaims it utterly bonkers.
See, that one's good. That one's fine. Why are the other ones just like, you know, not audio balanced at all?
I also have my soundboard volume all the way down.
Okay. Makes sense.
I believe among your people it is customary to shake hands. Just a little Wraith humor.
Oh, what's that other sound effect? Hold on a second, I need to go find it. I have this in a couple of servers that I'm in. Where are you? There it is.
500 cigarettes.
500 cigarettes. Also, just
Some cursed.
what?
Oh,
What? What?
cursed.
What sounds cursed?
It's a SpongeBob quote. But it's its name's Safe Flight.
Huh?
It's kind of. I don't want to play because I don't want to hurt your ears.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It's not loud on my end because I have the thing all the way down, but
All right.
basically it's SpongeBob trying to convince Gary to take it back. There's a bomb strapped to my chest.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Gary! There's a bomb strapped to my chest. And then an explosion.
Yeah, I forgot. A friend of mine put this on here, and the title's called Safe Flight. It's
Oh my god, that's so dark. Novus asking, what would happen if mayonnaise were on an escalator? It would be going upstairs, and I recommend that you tell it that you will see it later. Maybe I need to turn down my my Discord soundboard sounds. I already have it down to like 62. What the heck? Okay, well, I'm pushing it down. I'm pushing it down to 50.
I have mine at 7.
What?
Yeah, mine's at 7.
You know what? To be fair, like, soundboard sounds can get really distracting, so... and loud. So I can understand why you would just be like, let's have that at a low number. So that's fair. That's fair. What would happen if I tried to set Snab on fire? Is he flammable? I don't know if he is.
Hold on. I got the perfect soundboard. Give me a minute.
Oh. I disagree with this. I think Snab would be fine. I don't know.
It's wizard time, motherfucker! Fireball!
Combo! Amazing. Alright.
I mean, it could also be this one. Hold on.
Yeah, it's basically just Snab noises. Friggin' hell. Chatty says I love that audio. Same, yeah.
This one?
Oh no, the other one before that.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah.
This one?
Perfection. Yeah, that reminds me, just last night I finished up Undertale Yellow. Everybody play it. Go play the thing. Go enjoy Undertale Yellow. It's good.
Forgot that one was there.
There we go. Here. I think I can turn down the music just a tiny bit. Let's drop it to about.
Roger. Ow. Oh no.
Ah, the Star War. Let's have a heart-to-heart Lassie.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Ow.
God, there's so many places on the sub that are so difficult to get to.
I can't believe you shot me. Get some sleep, Rodney.
What?
You shot me. Yes, Rodney, I shot you, and I said...
That sounds like an Always Sunny quote. Is that?
No, this is from Stargate Atlantis.
Okay. It's like, you shot me! So anyway, I started blasting.
Oh, you shot me.
Hyperfixation on Conductor and Snatcher go burr.
Go Bears! Get your rock off my map.
Question of, were you able to turn down the soundboard volume?
What now?
Were you able to turn the soundboard audio down?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's literally just a slider. It's fine. Easy.
Go touch grass!
Don't touch grass.
What if Conductor tried to sing "I've had enough of you"? I've had enough of you. So time to be my friend. Squidward foot. I just recently saw a video that Youngtown posted over on Twitter, or like, you know, a thing that he retweeted. It was a video from Minecraft, and they showed off like their audio department and how they make sound effects and stuff. And it was a really fun thing to watch because, like, you know, you're actively watching them making all of the weird sound effects live. You know, all the weird like munchy sound effects, door opening sound effects, and like the NPCs, the weird Squidward villagers, like, huh.
Dingle bongle, dingle dangle, yickety doo, yickety da, ping pong, lippy tappy toot.
Lippy tappy 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 toot.
Mole, mole.
You have got like all the weirdest, most cursed sound effects. I don't know what any of them are.
What the fuck is this one?
That one's extra loud. Holy shit.
I'm sorry.
I'm imagining how loud that one would have been had I not turned down my audio. Holy frig. I don't know. Like, see, I really badly want Discord to have the ability to upload sounds that are longer than 5 seconds. But, like, I don't know. I flip-flop between that because I'm like, I don't know if I want anyone to have more power than that.
There is a way to break it. One of my partners actually managed to break it. Hold on. Let me
Well, there was an exploit at one point, but they patched that since it originally came out, if I remember right.
That's the end of DVD. Oh, sorry for repetitive Moses versus for me. So that's okay.
Yeah.
Still there.
Like, it's still there. They haven't taken any action on anything longer than 5 seconds. But yeah, like they have since patched that hole, and you cannot upload anything longer than 5 seconds, and that makes me sad because I have a couple of sounds that I'm like, oh, they fit within 10 seconds. Why don't you allow us to do that? Yeah. And also, Gary is currently here. Leave me alone. Ah. When are you going to finish and release, Snatcher says?
It'll be done when it's done. I'm currently busy on a lot of things.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm going to kill you. And then kill you again.
What the frig? I guess that's the way that you get around that. Like, you upload several different sound effects, and then just, you know, combo them together.
Yeah.
Did you know that edible bubbles exist? I know that, like, edible water bottles exist. Or, you know, edible water bottle type things do. Have you ever seen those, Maple?
I don't think I have, no.
They're weird. It's just like, it's a plastic orb, and the idea is you take that thing, and, like, you know, the outer portion of it is completely perfectly edible. You pop one of those things in your mouth, and then you drink it that way. Like, you puncture it, and then you just drink it.
Oh.
Which is weird.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I want to try one. I feel like it would be satisfying and, like, you know, a satisfying pop. I only just recently learned that, there was this one sound effect that was added in Minecraft. I learned this from that one video, by the way. One of the sound effects in Minecraft has got, like, a hidden creeper face in it. And it's, like, one of the sound effects for the you know, creepy, oh, yeah, you know, the sound you hear when you're in darkness and there's a mob nearby?
Yeah.
I guess one of them has got, like, a hidden creeper face.
Oh, yeah.
It's freaking awesome.
Question. What's your question, soldier? Who let the dog?
I teleported dogs.
You what? Maria.
Haha. Maria's dead. God, I'm looking forward to hearing Keanu Reeves as Shadow.
They're stuck all over the place.
Chandler.
What?
From Bugsnax.
Yeah, oh, I know him.
Yeah.
Problem is, I've lost my balls.
Bing bong, hey, what's up? You're doing a bad job.
Well, goddamn. I feel that's like a direct answer to me.
Robotnik? I'm dying.
Is that from the Snapcube dub?
Yes.
God. You could just tell.
Hi, Shadow. It's me, the devil.
Hey, what's up? It's me, the devil.
Whoa, he's bisexual. I didn't know that.
By the way, I'm bisexual.
God, that dub is, like, glorious.
Okay, you know what? Fuck you. You're going to space.
Okay, what else is left here? Clean.
I can't see the end of the horizon. Hatsune Miku!
The 5 stages of grief. You know, denial, anger, bargaining, Hatsune Miku.
The jack-o'-lantern. The chocolate ice.
God, where's the rest of this? Oh, I guess.
Got a quick question for you, actually. What does it mean when it says launch the train?
I can't hear that foghorn anymore without. Can't hear that foghorn anymore without thinking about those like TikTok videos of like Mr. Krabs.
Oh my god.
You know the one. Mr. Mr. SpongeBob, get in the kitchen and make me some money, eh?
Make me some money, eh?
There, that one.
Shut up, Mr. Krabs! Shut the fuck up!
Shut up, Mr. Krabs! Shut the fuck up!
I'm
This is-
SpongeBob.
This is one of the many reasons why I say AI is never going to be funnier than an actual person. Especially, AI doesn't know how to, like...
Me some money, eh?
I'm SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. AI doesn't know, like, when is the appropriate time to add, like... oh, what's it called? I don't know. Microphone crust, I think is a good way to put it.
But funny enough, though, I don't think that was AI. I think that's an actual person on TikTok that can do a really good impression of Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs.
No, exactly. AI will absolutely never top an actual voice actor doing silly stuff.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, that actually reminds me. I think I sent that one picture. No, the one video from Tom Shock about Darth Vader. Did I send that one? I swear I think I did. Give me a minute. I need to go and check this. Splat. I know I sent it to some people. Might have been a while ago. Oh, I sent you that one about oil. Yeah, I did send it.
Hold on.
I'll resend it just for your convenience.
It's growing up.
It's not that far up. Here, I'm play this for the chat. This is Tom Shock doing a dub for like Star Wars Return of the Jedi.
The Death Star will be completed on schedule.
Did you really just pronounce it schedule?
No.
I freaking love that.
No.
No. He sounds so guilty. Just be like, yeah, no.
Stay in the box! No! Stay in the box! No! Get out of my skin!
Jesus. That's another one that's like a little bit rough on the ears. I think it's just the overdrive of the mic. Snap versus Mickey. Mickey is a... Alright, if it's the Mickey that's Steamboat Willie, Snap would absolutely wipe him out. If it's Mickey from Disney, no. Mickey's connected to Disney, and therefore Mickey would definitely win. Oh my god, that does remind me though. You've seen the news about that one Disney lawsuit, right?
Which one?
Good question. First of all. Second of all, the one about the allergy case in that one Disney restaurant. I'm assuming you have not heard of that one. Hello, Maple?
I'm still here. I said no.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear you. Oh, it's garbage. It's been making the rounds in a couple of places. So, quick rundown of the story. So there was a husband and a wife that decided to take a trip to Disney, and they wanted to stop and grab a bite to eat. And they stopped at this one restaurant. The wife was incredibly allergic to all sorts of different foods. Like, I think she was lactose intolerant and also, like, had a nut allergy, if I remember correctly. So, she could not eat anywhere that they had, like, milk products or nut products. and they had asked the people who were working there whether or not their stuff was allergen-free, or, you know, if they had an allergen-free section on the menu. To which point they said, oh, yeah, we totally do. We totally have an allergy-free part of our menu. Or, like, we totally do allergy-free stuff. And they were just like, all right, cool, sold. We'll eat here. And then they go into the restaurant. They looked at the menu, and they did not see anything that had any labels that said that, like, anything that they were about to eat was going to be allergen-free. And so, just to ask and to, you know, just make 100% sure, they were just like, hey, we don't see any allergy-free options on the menu. Like, are you sure that this is allergy-free stuff? And they went, oh yeah, no, everything is totally allergy-free and like and safe to consume. And they were just like, okay. And so they ordered something off of the menu. Surprise, surprise, it was not allergen-free. Wife ended up eating it, and then she went into shock. Tried to like take an EpiPen to, like, you know, keep her stable and then above board, but you know, at that point she was just kind of choking and struggling to breathe. And I don't remember exactly when it happened, but at a certain point she did pass away. And so the husband, on her behalf, said, wow, nuts to that, I'm suing Disney. As he should. Like, totally. That's bullcrap. Like, that's definitely a wrongful death, and they should have said something about the fact that, no, we don't have allergy-free options. So he tries to, like, you know, issue a lawsuit, and Disney attempted to try and, like, really shutter this case in a couple of different ways. I'm trying to remember which one specifically, but the one that they're getting made fun of the most of is the fact that, according to them, they said that this man does not have the ability to sue Disney because 4 years prior, he had signed up for a free trial of Disney Plus, and in the contract for Disney Plus, it specifically states that if you sign up for Disney Plus in any way, shape, or form, you are waiving your rights to any form of trial, and it must be sent to arbitration instead.
Ew.
Yeah. And Chatty says, what? Exactly. Now, obviously, the lawyers involved are fighting that one. And, you know, they're not going to take that sitting down because that's bullcrap. Because, as my grandma used to put it, what does that have to do with the price of eggs? AKA, what does Disney Plus have anything to do with Disney's restaurants at their theme parks? Like, these two things should not be connected. And the fact that they're trying to weasel their way out of a very credible lawsuit simply because they're just like, oh, no, technically you went and signed this one contract randomly somewhere. This is a creepy precedent to set because, like, you know how many, like, do you know how many tendrils Disney has within our world? Can you imagine if, like, you know, anything Disney connected could potentially, like, not be sued for? That's a lot of people. That's a lot of companies. Disney, what the fuck?
Just, ugh.
No. Well, here's the thing. I'm willing to bet. I don't know. I don't know too much about the case, but what I do know is that I'm willing to bet that whoever it is that tried to use that defense, I don't think they're going to have a job for very much longer. You know what I mean? I get this feeling that, like, this is really bad PR, and the dude who even thought this would be a good idea to bring up in court is probably going to end up being fired, or at least I think Disney should fire them. Because, yeah, if you're going to be that bold-faced stupid, yeah, you should lose your job. Full stop. Like, you are a bad lawyer. You have no idea. Like, what was that? I did not hear you. What was that? Oh. Agreed. This is why I prefer Studio Ghibli and indie creators. What would you say?
Oh. Also, yes, Studio Ghibli, let's go. But also I might hop off for now, if that's alright.
Alright, that's totally cool. Thanks for coming in and, like, playing funny sound effects.
Yee.
Yay! Have fun. Have a chill rest of the weekend.
Yee. And one more thing.
Floating pot. Ah! No! Also, we have some people moving in. Hello!
I've come to replace the Mapley, though I know I can never replace Mapley.
Absolutely not. Frog bomb. Thank you, Maple.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Oh, please. By all means, do so.
We make your eardrums bleed.
God. So many pies. Anyway, how you guys doing?
Okay, working on making subtitles for my Gravity Falls fan game video for the folks who need subtitles. It's gonna take forever. Holy crap!
Ooh, good move. I really should add subtitles to that one video that I made. Shoot. I have
Figures there's just like so much narration in my video, and it's pretty important that it's like I should have captions.
Yeah,
but
probably good.
It's like a 3-hour video total. it's like the first part is like an hour 45 minutes, and the second part's an hour, so it's gonna take a while.
Ooh, Hollow Knight music.
And it's lots of reading, and it's lots of text and narration.
Yeah. What about you, Shoop? What are you up to?
We'll be chatting a little bit more. Just finished a long day of work, but I unfortunately have lots of noise going on in the background, so I think I'll either be muted or I'll just kind of disappear until things settle down.
Okay, Smokey.
Yeah.
Here. Sorry for the loudness, guys. I'm adjusting audio on the fly. So yeah. Super Gamer is here. Hello, how are you doing? Making noise? Like the noise? Specifically from the hit indie 2023 title Pizza Tower? Yes, that one. Exactly that one. Now I want pizza. Gosh darn it. But not like... I'm talking good pizza.
Yesterday, it was pretty good.
I want good pizza. Kind of pizza that, like, you know, it's got some actual good quality.
What kind of pizza, though?
I've always been meat lovers, so I'm on the floor. Why do I always arrive to these like an hour late, says Sealy? It's fine. He's fine. Also, for anybody who has just recently joined, I fixed the audio filters for the stream, so I'm able to do stuff now. Yeah. Although it doesn't work over Discord, so you guys can't hear it.
Doesn't matter. Those are where we can throw our own little bit of shenanigans into the mix.
Bit streaming in a cave? Cave story. Hooray. There we go. Oh, yeah. So I was going to talk about, like, my current Snab versus Snatcher. Again, we have definitely discussed this, and Snab would win. As a matter of fact, there is video footage of exactly that scenario happening that exists, so, you know. Anyway, so before I forget, what DLC is this, or is this base game? This is some free DLC, the Muckingham Files, and we are currently playing. I think it's the third one, and this one is like aquatic based. So right now we're cleaning a submarine, specifically one that looks oddly similar to. Well, I don't know. It gives me vibes of that Ocean Gate one. Which, not great.
Nah, that's not giving me the Ocean Gate vibes.
It doesn't?
It doesn't look shitty.
Oh, well, okay. Fair enough. We need to go inside and check the controls and see whether or not it's being controlled by an Xbox controller.
Yeah, that's a key thing.
There you go. So I've been having a hell of a time trying to get my 3D prints working, and I only recently found out what the actual cause of my problems was. And I found out that it's like such a low maintenance fix, and it really frustrated me. Like it does. Like, you know, like you do.
I wish I could know the struggles of having a 3D printer. If I had one.
If I had one! Sorry, lost
Yo,
the
have
happy.
any of you guys watched the newest Fairly Odd Parents show, the CG one?
I haven't, but I've seen clips of it.
It's so good! It's
I
so
have heard.
good! I love it so much!
I've heard, like, I've seen some really good clips of it, and, I mean, it seems like there's a couple of things that I really like about it. I mean, one, Tara Strong isn't anywhere near it, thank God.
Tara Strong and Butch Hartman has an executive producer credit, but I'm positive he's, like, not involved, because there's a canon non-binary character who uses they them pronouns. If he were involved at all, he would not be, wouldn't be okay with that. So they're probably just giving him a credit just because he'll probably throw a hissy fit if they don't. But yeah, I'm positive he's not involved.
He's the guy who originally made it and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, the show has actual queer reps, so I'm positive he's not involved.
Probably not, yeah.
But yeah, there's a canon non-binary character who uses they/them pronouns and is voiced by a non-binary actor, which is
Good
really
stuff.
cool. And the show is just so, like, wholesome and less cynical than the original series. It's like, I just love what they did with it.
Chatty is saying, what did Tara Strong do? That's a
She's
very
kind of
big
racist.
rabbit hole. Yeah.
She's like,
yeah.
she had very, very shitty opinions about the Israel-Hamas war, basically.
Yeah. Well, that's just one thing. There's
Well,
a
that's just
mountain
one
of
thing,
things.
yeah. That's like, well, that's the thing that got her fired from Boxtown, so.
There's that. Also, there's a lot of people that really feel like her like positive attitude and things like that is just a facade, and that like she's kind of nasty and self-obsessed and like, I don't know what's the term, basically self-interested, basically, like, if it doesn't have anything to do with her and, like, bettering her career, doesn't really matter. And that's really
she's
the vibe
also
that I
kind
get.
of like she's like okay with AI images.
Yeah, that was the thing that really, like, okay, now I can't stand racism, don't get me wrong. And like that was one thing that I saw and I'm like, I think I'm gonna stop following her. I'm done. But then I heard down the pipeline that, like, apparently she's totally cool with AI images, which is really frustrating because people were pointing out the kind of the bull crap involved with the fact that, like, earlier she was really, really frustrated with, like, AI voice, and she was like, no, down with AI. It's just like, it's gonna step in and take all our jobs, derp. And then later on she was showing off, like, fan art. I say fan art with massive freaking quotes. That was showing, like, I don't know, I think it was like Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls or like a Powerpuff adjacent thing. And she was just like, look at this, it's so adorable. And then people were pointing out very clearly that this is very obviously AI generated. Like, and then she's just like, yeah, but it's cute. It's like, okay, so you're willing
Major
to
hypocrisy there.
you're willing to go against AI when it gets in the way of your benefits and your reputation and your job. Okay, that's fine. Can't go either way. Understood. And it's extra stupid because the people that put her in the position that she's in the first place is artists and animators. She's a voice actress. So you would think that she would understand the struggles and the problems when it comes to like AI generated content and understand that like that stuff directly affects her career in like the art sphere as well. And yet, no, we're just going to go ahead and be totally cool with AI generated art garbage. And again, just her overall views and like, you know, creepiness involved with the Hamas situation and saying things that is like really inappropriate. Not a fan. When I see anything AI, I probably shouldn't say.
Same thing recently happened with another pretty big name voice actor, Mike Pollock.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
He's probably getting fired.
Well, I don't know about that.
I'd be shocked if he wasn't.
I'm not going to say for sure. And also, this is a very sensitive subject, so I'm just going to state for the record, I know that there's a lot of polarizing things involved with the whole, like, Israel-Palestine war. I know that there's a lot of people that have very heavy opinionated things involved with it. And I also know that, like, people's opinions are kind of shaped based off of the media that they consume. So for some people, they might be, like, heavily interested in watching Israel-related news, and they might not be getting the full picture. And I would like to state for the record that, like, if you do fall into that camp, and if your views and opinions are kind of based around what you consume, I'm not going to directly hate on somebody for it. I do not hate somebody for being misinformed, or like even ignorance. I can kind of, I can kind of understand. So, especially if like you have particular biases already pre-established, I'm not going to immediately hate on people for it. That being said, though, in my personal opinion, when it comes to stuff related to the Palestine-Israel war stuff, there is no side to take in this situation. Like, this is very much a one-sided. One side has clearly taken it way too far, and I think it's time for us to. I'm not saying that like any of the sides need to like be destroyed or anything like that. I'm not saying that Israel needs to be disbanded or like dismantled or anything. No. And I am especially not saying that, like, oh no, if you're Jewish, you're a terrible person. No! Like, you being Jewish has got nothing to do with Israel sending a bunch of bombs off to Palestine to completely destroy them.
I'm half Jewish, and I agree they're being shitty. And horrible, and, you know, literal war crimes. It really sucks.
Right. Yeah, but that's a very heavy subject. Please treat it with like utmost respect. But moving back into what we were talking about, though, Mike Pollock. Very obviously, Mike Pollock is like heavily like I'm going to make the assumption that Mike Pollock is Jewish, because like he very much is. You know, he interacts and directly talks with people within like Israel spheres, as well as talks with a lot of Jewish, related people on Twitter, as well as sends a lot of support that way. So it's either he's Jewish or he's like very, very aligned and supporting of Jewish faith for sure. And that's totally fine. That's fine. All good. Though. Yeah, to basically just drum all this stuff up to, I don't know, drum all this stuff as like, oh, no, Hamas are terrible, evil beings and must be destroyed at all costs. Like, no, there are some costs that are a little too high. One of them being the entire eradication of a nation is not okay. Like, no. I think I can, I can definitely say that, like, yes, Hamas is terrible, like, you know, a terrible organization and has done terrible things. And I can also simultaneously say Israel should not be doing what they're doing. Both things can be true. And I can also have the opinion that, you know, one of them has gotten egregiously too loud and too violent to ignore at this point. There was a game, and the devs very much supported Palestine. They participated in multiple strikes and everything, and game inspired by theirs, devs didn't want to participate or bring up any of the war because it was political or something, which is just sad. I mean, I think it's just... a war is kind of something that everybody's going to have an opinion on, you know? I don't think it's appropriate to basically just say, no, I do not want to have an opinion either way. Like, I guess if you don't want to share your opinion, that's totally fine too, but everybody's got an opinion, you know? Fun fact though, I was, there was a point where there was an audition for a role that Mike Pollock originally had, and I do remember I did audition for that role.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm just like, I mean, hey, if it turns out that I could possibly take that role, that's awesome. I think, you know, I didn't get a call back, so I'm going to make the assumption that I did not get it. But I think it would have been fun if I got it.
Can you say?
God, I don't remember right offhand what it was, but I just remember that, like, you know, they made an official statement being like, yeah, we don't support what Mike Pollock said. We're cutting them from the team, and then immediately followed up by saying, hey, auditions are open for this role, like, you know, emergency auditioning. We're going to close it in a week. And I'm just like, yeah, sure. I'll say it was like a villain role, which, you know, Mike Pollock, that makes sense. And it was like kind of a slimy, sleazy scuzzball kind of role. You know, the kind of villain that you love to hate. One that, like, he's not even the main villain. He's like the support of the villain. And, you know, one of those people that would die for their master kind of things.
So, me.
You would die for your evil master?
Of course I would. What, are you kidding me?
That's fair.
Well, if anyone's interested, I am looking for some minions who will actually work on my campaign.
Ooh. Details.
D&D campaign?
You're not supposed to reveal it.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Celia's asking, how do these objects get so dirty? Again, very good question. Dirt just kind of like absorbs itself to every single object in Muckingham. But anyways, anything more that you can say about it?
Since you're not capable of actually keeping things under the wrap, I believe I should actually keep things as they are.
Oh, fair.
I bought a
But there
book.
may be cookies.
I got it like yesterday, so I've barely read any of it yet. But yesterday I bought a book based on a TikTok series about that exact thing, about being a villainous henchman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I found this really funny. I watched them on YouTube because I don't have a TikTok, but it's like this compilation of shorts that this author did on TikTok that was about being the assistant to a fantasy villain, and they were really funny. And I found out there was a book based on them, so I'm like, oh, that sounds like it could be funny too, since these shorts were really funny. So I went and bought the book.
Mm-hmm.
Called Assistant to the Villain.
And is it funny?
The shorts were really funny. I've barely gotten into the book yet.
Ah, okay.
I think I have an idea of what you're talking about. I may have seen some of the skits. And I, too, was also amused.
I've seen, like, some D&D related skits on TikTok, and those are pretty funny. I've seen a lot of, like, wizard TikToks. You know, like wizards with silly spells like, I cast testicular torsion.
I cast Brazilian wax.
Yeah, instant Brazilian wax.
I mean, there are a few days to where I wish I could do that to some people.
Yeah, I think, don't we all? I wish I could do it remotely. Like whenever I like watch something on like TV or when I see something online that's like really like, you know, somebody who's really doing something stupid, I would love to just be like, instant Brazilian wax.
It has to be live.
Oh yeah, it has to be live.
It's
like they're live streaming, then all of a sudden they just go, Mother! Oh, Daniel's here, and they're saying, have you seen the little wizard walking through the stores? Yes! I've seen that, and it's freaking great!
Little wizard walking through the stores?
Yeah, there's these videos, like, it's a trend where, like, you put on, like, a green cloak, and then you put on, like, a very tall wizard hat thing, and then you, like, you crouch down, and then you just, like, sort of waddle through the store as a tiny wizard. It's great. Dude, it's freaking awesome. I do remember that, like, there were some people online that were sort of shit-talking it at one point. They were just like, oh, man, dude, like, don't do that to retail workers. That sucks. Like, you know, they got enough they got to worry about, and now you're just, you know, you're going into the store and, like, you know, harassing them by coming in as this silly little wizard character. Meanwhile, there were a bunch of people that worked retail that were just like, dude, I work at a Target. If I had Tiny Wizard show up at my place of work, I would be ecstatic.
Having at least more interesting.
Having at least worked in retail, my main thing would be, if you have to go in and do your skit, as long as you don't actually screw around with the merchandise, don't screw around or offend people, like full on harassing other people, we would have no problem. I would have had no problem. Other people would have actually enjoyed it. It would have actually been a talk.
I can say this, I've seen this this trend, and I can definitely, for the record, I can definitely say that, like, it is super wholesome. It is quite literally just silly tiny wizard walks in. Maybe he'll ask the, you know, the people working there some questions in, like, you know, funny voice, just being like, how much is this? And it's just like, oh yeah, that's $5.76. It's like, okay, I'll take it, I'll buy it. And then, like, they pull out their tiny wallet and they, like, hand it over to the person working there. No, I'm fine with this. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, that's
silly tiny wizard coming in and doing their, you know, their silly like store antics. I'm fine with this.
Something like that. People would have been talking at one of my old slave shops, which was the only retail location
I like the term slave shop.
Yeah. And you see why I got out of that servitude, and I'm trying to actually form my own little group.
Daniel says it has lore too. He has knights chasing him now. Awesome. I'm totally fine with this. Some would say that that's disturbing the peace. I call it free entertainment.
Disturbing the peace would be full on actually making a big scene, trying to get everyone's attention by being very obnoxious and actually being crude and irritating everyone.
Well, technically, you know, they are making a scene. It's just a hilarious scene that actually, like, people are interested in seeing. It's kind of like watching the parade go through town. You're just like, well, it disturbed a lot of things. But on the other hand, look at the floats go. There we go, spraying that stuff. Yeah, no, I prefer this kind of trend over a lot of the weird TikTok trends that I've seen. Like, you know, I was reminded of a bunch of them the other day, like Devious Lick. You know, the trend of you literally just go and cause property damage.
I do not know of the terms, but that's one of the examples of, yeah, no, I would have a tour grab whatever object is nearby. I don't care how spiky or sharp or jagged it is, and I'll turn you into a popsicle.
You've never heard of Devious Lick?
I'm not on TikTok.
Well, hey,
I don't have TikTok.
You don't even need to be on TikTok to have heard about it. Like, there were some news articles that were covering it at one point.
I'll just say this: the amount of news that I wind up actually see has dropped severely.
Oh.
And it's
Fair.
not that I don't ignore the news. It's just that most of the time it's the same repetition of the same unfortunate stuff that's going on. And when I hear of other fun stuff going on, it just makes me go,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
what in the world.
That's totally fair. What should you name your island? Krampus. I don't know. Krampus Island. Go for it. Beelzebub. Anyway,
Call
no.
your island
What's funny is that, like, Devious Lick, again, it was quite literally just property damage. The idea was you go to a location and then you steal something at the location and then bring it home. And this like, anything was game. Anything was fair game with Devious Licks. Like, people were stealing, they were going to the schools and, like, stealing pencil sharpeners. You know, like, detaching them from the desk and stealing those. They were going into bathrooms and they were stealing, like, straight up urinals. Like, they would take the urinals and then they would take them home. And there were some people that were stealing stop signs. It was absolutely insane. Like, that is definitely something that I'm not okay with. Stop signs? Yeah. Because, you know, who's going to be needing a stop sign? I don't know. One time I accidentally stole a keychain, but I went back to the store and returned it. Ah, that was nice. That's very wholesome of you. That could actually kill someone. Yeah, it could. And yet, there are some people that they just steal road signs. Oh yeah, fun fact. There are a bunch of like major highways in the United States that, like, you know, they go on for miles and miles, and usually they have like little markers at every single mile checkpoint that you reach. There is apparently there does not exist a mile marker for the number 420. Instead, it's only like the mile marker is instead 419 and a half. And the reason why that is because, you know, people that were driving down the road kept on stealing the 420 signs. And so, like, they're just like, okay, how do we make this stop? They're like, okay, let's maybe, like, change the number to something close enough, but not close enough that they'd actually be interested in stealing it. And keep in mind, stealing road signs is absolutely illegal. Like, you know, we laugh and we giggle and we go har 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 har, but, like, that's actually a federal crime that could actively get you very, very arrested and probably thrown into prison for a long time. So, yeah, I don't care how innocuous of a sign you think it is. It's still very much a crime and illegal to go and steal it. So don't. I'm sure that most of the people that watch my streams are smart enough to know not to do that. But still, part of me feels like in some ways it probably is needed to be said. For somebody out there. There we go. All right, how far along are we at this point? Stealing in general is a crime. No amount of attention is worth that.
Wink.
No, wink, wink. Stealing bad. Here's the thing. If there's one person you don't want to steal from, it's the United States government.
But they steal from us.
Yeah, but you know, they figured out legal ways of being able to do that.
Yeah.
Somehow it's
legal.
fine then.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right. Yippee! Stealing. There we go. Well, we're getting somewhere with this. Mostly all that's left is stuff on top here. I certainly hope they don't, like, throw a curveball and be like, psych, you're cleaning the inside, too. And then it looks just as disgusting. It's just like, what? Who was inside this freaking sub? How did you let it go this far? You insane people. There we go. Will you play Paper Mario: The Origami King? Maybe one day. I've heard that Origami King was actually a really good Paper Mario. But yeah, that's not currently on my radar of things to play at the moment. I think before I play anything like Origami King, I think I'd like to go and tackle some of the other Paper Mario games, perhaps. Perhaps.
Play the 1,000 Year Door remake. Play the 1,000 Year Door remake.
Maybe. Maybe. Possibly. We'll see. Okay, how far along are we at this point? Is it true that you feel everything from the channel point rewards? Not as, like, intense as, like, you know, you would normally feel things, but I feel it a little bit. I feel like it would be, like, actual torture if you could feel all of the, you know, the hits of all the things that are thrown at me. For the longest time, it was my comfort game, but then I found out about Hat in Time. Ah. And that's when everything changed. There are very few things in my life that, like, I've played that I can actively say that, like, it actually changed my life. Yeah, Hat in Time was one of those games. In absolutely ridiculous ways. Feeling every single hit would definitely be terrible. And whenever you press the dead button, it feels like a, you know, it's like a little free sample of death. Best $30 ever spent on Hat. Absolutely, definitely. $30. I've spent a heck of a lot more on Hat in Time if you calculate up, like, you know, the game itself, all the random merchandise that I have bought, the DLCs that I've gotten. I have invested much of my my interests and my firms into Hat in Time. Didn't even consider the rest. And there's still merch that I don't own. So I'm gonna get even more at some point. I know that, like, there's a couple of plushies that I've not yet picked up. I know that there's some new keychains and things that I have not yet picked up that I do plan to pick up at some point. Wish I got the Snatcher plush before it went away. I'm very thankful that I managed to get a Snatcher plush before it went away.
I'm still proud of my 5-foot-tall Snatcher plush.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Massive noodle.
The big noodle. The big
The
noodle.
XL ramen pack.
The super large thick udon.
The udon noodle.
The udon noodle.
The upsetty spaghetti. There we go. Oh, I sure hope I haven't missed a whole bunch of like little spots here and there. Celia says, "Are you the one who made that? Did you make that?" I'm trying to remember.
Oh no. I commissioned it from someone who was making had made a lot of people Snatcher plushes at the time. It
Yeah,
was like a thing that they were known for, was people would commission them to make Snatcher plushes. And I was like, so have you made one that's like, could you make one that was like 5 feet tall? That
Right.
was just like huge. And they're like, yeah, probably. I just do the pattern but bigger.
I don't think they can see
it
the
was,
chat.
obviously
I'm
it would
stupid.
be expensive,
No.
and I'm like, take all of my money.
Well, I don't know who can see chat or who has it open, but I'm fine with radioing the messages.
Rendering what now?
Radioing the messages to you guys. If you're not watching.
Oh yeah. I had to try. I wasn't actually here for a brief moment because I actually got some food.
Ooh, tasty. What'd you get?
Some simple spaghetti noodles, sauce.
We were literally
and some
talking
garlic
about
bread.
spaghetti. In a way. Amazing. For the longest time, it was my comfort game. Oh, wait. Yeah, right. We were talking about that. Sorry. That's not a new message.
I can say it's like longest time cover. Okay, let me look at your stream so I can read their comment. And it was like talking about Paper Mario. I unfortunately haven't played those games.
I've heard that many of them are good, and some of them not so good. Spaghetti. Game wouldn't let me name it Krampus, so I went with with Totoro. Dang it! How dare you know what Krampus is? Frickin' censors.
Very bizarre thing to censor.
Right? It's a proper name. Yeah. Why? I mean, yeah, like head trauma related injuries.
I have one.
Oh. Do tell.
Yeah. Well, when I actually still had a life, and I actually was a wee lad, I was a part of, let me see here, one of those organizations where, as a young boy, you get to learn how to make fires, pitch
Boy Scouts?
tents. Yes, and I didn't actually have the trauma that other people have actually gotten.
Right. Yeah.
Although there has been some other things I could say, but before I continue, for some reason.
Oh, Nova is asking. I don't know what Krampus is. I heard of it, but I don't know what it is. I think it's the name of a devil. I don't know if it's the devil though.
It's a cryptid actually from
Oh.
like Scandinavian folklore, I believe, like somewhere in Europe, in the Scandinavian kind of area. It's like a Christmas monster. It's while Santa gives toys to the good children, the Krampus is the like eats the naughty children or something like that.
Besides eating them, would actually kidnap them, take them home, and literally swat them real good to try to make them learn the errors of the ways. But I think
Basically,
eating
like
does happen.
it's, you know, in the United States, we moved over to if you aren't good, Santa's gonna bring you coal. However,
And
you know,
And the smart little bastards will actually say, yes, give us coal. That's actually valuable.
Right. It's just like,
Shut up.
hey, I could sell this, or I could burn it and, enjoy some nice warmth. Did I restart the stream or something?
Yeah, there was something weird that happened.
No, I did not, but give me a second.
But I think today's time would actually be threatening the kid of, if you don't behave, your Fortnite account is going to get permanently deleted.
Ooh, no. Oh, also, make it so that, like, Santa's going to delete it. Santa's got, like, an international team of hackers that will go out and delete your Fortnite account.
No,
I think
Santa
that would be
will
a good
actually Santa will learn what your account is, and he'll give it to mom and dad to delete.
He sees when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you...
Please no Christmas songs. It's August. We're gonna start getting those in like a month.
Yeah.
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 Well, you're just
my-
a Scrooge then.
You know what? Ironically, you know what it is? It's because I was born on Christmas.
Oh, that's fair.
So
Oh,
it's either ironic or perfectly fitting because my birthday gets totally overshadowed by.
God, I've heard of some people that their birthdays are close to Christmas. I've never, like, people get born on Christmas. Jesus. That's horrible.
Hey, it's Jesus' birthday. It's like, but
what am I nothing?
I'm actually here. But I'm actually here.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, happy birthday.
Here's fruitcake.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
But no, that
you want a little bit of cinnamon candy we have left over? There we go. That is absolutely.
I do feel
I know of a relative who has a birthday like incredibly close to Christmas, and they have told me that their childhood was miserable. Well, I mean, their childhood was fine, but it was more like, they didn't get the experience of having the separate holidays because they grew up in a very poor family, so they didn't really have the ability to get both the gifts. So if the parents could find an excuse to not get several gifts, they would just be like, oh, hey, yeah, sweet, these count as both. Happy Christmas Day, birthday. I was just like, I hate you, Mom and Dad. Huh?
Yeah, my family kind of tried to make up for it by letting me get like kind of expensive things for my birthday or Christmas. Like if I wanted a new game console or something, that was I'd be able to get it, or like a lot of video games or whatever. But I feel like I didn't get to have the experience of like having a birthday party, like birthday parties and stuff as a kid.
That's
because
true.
Everyone's busy around Christmas, and so unless you throw it like a month in advance, then in that case it doesn't really feel like a birthday party. I never really got to have like birthday parties as a kid where and even as an adult, like I can't really go out and do things with my friends around Christmas time because they're all busy and with their families.
Did you ever try to like throw a birthday party at a different day?
Sort of, but it's like it doesn't. It's hard to do, and it doesn't feel quite the same.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, the missus basically, her birthday is like right on Thanksgiving time or whatnot, and dealing with her side of the family for the past, I forget how many years. I blame my work and the chemicals I huff and the minion that I helped bring into this world with memory problems. I may need a new goldfish in my head. But yeah, it goes a lot more focused on Thanksgiving holiday, and then it's like, oh, birthday, yeah, here. So, not the actual birthday on Christmas. I understand that is a lot to deal with.
I wonder, like, can we all just select one particular day where everybody can celebrate the fact that they are alive? Like, I know there's a sentimental value to celebrating it on the exact day where you were born, but maybe we should have, like, kind of like, you know, how Alice in Wonderland has got the unbirthday. It's like, hey, let's celebrate just birthday, straight up. Happy being alive day. Does OKKO remind you of an anime? I don't know what it's called though. No,
it's just very
OKKO
anime
reminds me more of a
inspired in general.
cartoon, but
OKKO is just very anime inspired in general.
I accidentally put my mouth on one of the game chips. Tastes like trash. Yep, it's designed to do that. I remember, like, do you remember the it wasn't a controversy, but like the buzz around the fact that they put that that bittering agent on Switch things, like the Switch cartridges?
Yeah.
That was the funniest thing because people immediately, they keep on telling people, hey, don't put these in your mouth. Don't do it. Don't put this in your mouth. That's a bad thing. And then they put a bittering agent on it, so everybody on the internet was just like, I'm gonna put it in my mouth. I was like, God. Okay. The good news is that in the long haul, though, it was still a good move because, yeah.
Good move, but bit of a shame that it wasn't a cleansing agent. I mean, we even got proof. Maybe we should have actually tried to get our money back with the Tide Pods because they weren't able to fully clean the stains. Yes, very, very dark.
Kind of like, oh, that reminds me, I just recently saw, well, not recently. I saw an episode of Game Grumps' 10-minute Power Hour, and they did an entire episode of, like, they were taking citric acid and they were putting it on different foods and basically turning regular food sour, essentially. Which is funny because, again, they were using... What was it again? Yeah, it's citric acid, which is essentially like extremely concentrated, souring, like powerful chemical. And on the package itself, it directly says you aren't supposed to like ingest it. Now, obviously, the reason they say that is because they don't want you to be ingesting an excessive amount of it. Like if you have a little bit of it as like a flavoring agent, it's not gonna hurt you too badly, but still. It's just like, yes, let's put this thing that's being advertised as a cleaning agent in our mouths. Mm-hmm. Delicious. What a feast. Speaking of birthday parties, remember my mom had made some cool invitation papers based around a Disney ride, and some girl in my class asked what it was, and I responded with, have you been to Disney? And they went, we're going to Disney World! Oh, uh-oh. Awkward. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Those kind of scenarios are a nightmare for me.
I'll just kind of actually ask. I was waiting for you to at least read it off, but I was also chowing down on food. Seely, were you like elementary school when this happened, or was it like in middle school? Because if it was like in middle school, then did that kid eat crayons? Kind way of saying it.
I mean, I think you could misconstrue that even if you didn't eat crayons. I don't know. That's my thoughts about it. I've been in situations like that, though, where, like, you know, you get people, you're trying to hype people up for something, and then they get really stupidly excited about it, and then you're like, wait, no, that's not what I was trying to do. That was not what I was trying to hype up at all. Oh no. Also, Pierce is here. Hello. Ooh, job complete. Nice. Elementary, 99.9% sure. Okay.
All right, that. Then in that case, it's like, okay, yeah, that's probably the case.
All right, well, that's the entirety of the sub. Scrub, scrub, scrub. It actually went by a little bit faster than I thought it would. Thank you. All right, so we got Muckingham Part 4. So, Modern Mansion and Fireplane. Very interesting. Apparently, okay, Devon King, and we're cleaning their modern mansion. This is interesting. Haven't really, like, cleaned a house in a while. Rivers of America at Magic Kingdom. I have not been up to speed on that one.
Neither have I, and I'm not surprised that we're showing how much they care about the environment.
Oh, they care very little about their brand.
Oh god, there was actually a conversation I had with some of my co-workers. Well, not... Yeah, some of my co-workers. Mentioned on how they're actually... I do not like on what you said, Pierce. I do not like that news.
Ah! No! I don't need to see Mater for a 12th time.
Good time. Shoot. Train of thought. Derailed.
Well, we were talking about the,
Right.
you know, Disney destroying stuff to put in new stuff.
Oh yeah, and I was mentioning my coworkers' conversation. One of my coworkers mentioned apparently they're going to be doing a live action of Moana already.
They've already announced that. Did they announce that at D23?
I don't know where exactly, but the editor told me, and other coworker mentioned that they heard about it, and it's like, no, why, no, you realize how much your live actions suck, right?
Yeah. They announced that earlier. They also announced Frozen 4. They haven't even released Frozen 3.
I was gonna say, do you
Wait,
mean
I thought they just
3?
announced 3. Frozen 3.
I'm assuming they're probably just making early announcements being like, yes, a 4th one is also in the works. Sort of like how Disney made the announcement that, like, there's an entire Star Wars sequel series. You know, a suite of 3 trilogy movies. I'm sure that's probably what they're doing. And Toy Story 5. Yeah, frickin' Toy Story 5.
Why?
I still haven't actually seen the 4th one yet.
I will
but
never see the
was
4th one. The 4th one doesn't exist. What's the 4th Toy Story? There is none.
I've only heard of, like, certain things about the 4th one. I don't care enough.
I mean,
featuring... right. So, you know, spoilers for the 4th one. Woody takes off. Like, he leaves. And for some reason, in the 5th one, we're seeing preview images with Woody in them. So why the heck is he back? Did they realize, like, oh, wait, no, marketability. Shoot, we're not going to be able to sell Woody toys anymore.
It's like
no,
they keep
dial
trying
that
to
back.
end the series, and then someone at Disney keeps being like, no, you have to make another one. I'm like, and they keep trying to make it harder for them to make another one.
Yeah, I could see that.
And it's like, so they don't keep getting told to make another one, and yet that doesn't seem to be helping.
Let me see, where's that sound?
I don't get it, man.
I don't have that sound to sound of a dead horse being beaten.
Where is that sound in my soundboard? The dead horse one. Barnaby and Snab are staring into my soul. Well, then stare back harder. Show dominance. Show dominance over the funny dolls.
Well, if you're actually having an issue staring at them, then behold my wrath.
Ow! What the heck? I'm just enjoying my time in cleaning a wall, and you're like, nope. Bombay-doo-doo. Okay, driveway is nearly complete here. Still a little bit smudgy out here. Why is Hello Kitty British and why is she not a cat?
What?
What? Hello Kitty's a cat, aren't they?
Mm.
I thought.
Oh yeah,
we've
there's like
established
some weird like promotional thing where someone official from Sanrio said Hello Kitty is not a cat.
What? Calling bull crap on that one.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think this was legit.
I'm getting the same vibes from like that one time that they decided to kill off Mr. Peanut. And for those people who don't know, I'm talking about the Planters Peanut guy. Where they're just like, yes, we're totally killing off Planters Peanut. And then they spun it around and they're just like, no, 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 no. He's not dead. He's been reincarnated as a baby. And then you got to see baby Mr. Planter. And it's just like, wow, shut up.
Well, like
I hated the concept at the beginning, and I hate it 20 times more.
They went a little too nuts with that, didn't they?
Well, you know, Mr. Peanut is alive and well now that, like, that weird portion of its existence is done now. Not much has changed. Kind of back to square one on that one. That's like having a, like, a McDonald's thing where they officially, like, kill off Ronald McDonald. Like, technically, they have discontinued using Ronald McDonald, but they haven't, like, killed Ronald McDonald.
Of course. They can't kill him.
The immortal clown. Remember IHOB? Yep, I remember IHOB. That was weird. Kind of glad that was a joke. Because I can't imagine, like, I get scared whenever I eat anything aside from pancakes at the International House of Pancakes. So, like, for them to be like, we're making burgers now. No.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the few times that I've actually gone down to the cities. For me, my area. I'll leave you with the dark people of the internet. Actually getting to experience IHOP. And I'm saying IHOP.
Hop.
I at least was amused of actually being there.
Mm-hmm.
But after hearing what they did, it's just like, please, no. You had a thing. You don't need to try to change the recipe. You don't need to do any other further details. Maybe some new flavor pancakes or something special.
Wasn't the whole
whatever
IHOB thing a joke? Like, didn't they start that on April Fool's and then, like, they dialed it back afterwards?
I think they dialed it back after a lot of people were just like, no, why are you doing that? That does not make sense.
I'm gonna have to look this up a little bit later because I'm not 100% sure. I know I've seen a bunch of advertisements for, like, Arby's and their new burger line, which is really funny. Because for years, Arby's was all about, like, oh no, the cold cut meats that are, like, cooked into sandwiches. That's what we're all about. We bring you a whole bunch of, like, hot ham sandwich type of things. And, like, now they're like, no, we can make beef. We can cook burgers, and it's like, are you sure? Are you 100% certain? Here's the thing. I have not actually had an Arby's burger yet, so I don't know. Has anybody in the chat had an Arby's burger? And if so, did you like it?
I have not had a burger.
Not. There was only one Arby's in my town, and it closed down during COVID.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
That sucks. I think out of all the fast food places that I have gone to, I would say that Arby's was actually one of them that I was more or less kind of okay with. Like, McDonald's is the bland option. It's the one that you're like, there's nothing else left, and I haven't been there in forever. Sure, I'll go with McDonald's. Arby's is the one that's just like, well, I want to taste food that kind of tastes like food, but also I want to pick like an unhealthy option. Arby's burger might actually kill you the way those look. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's just like, delicious food poisoning. Fuddruckers. I've never been to Fuddruckers.
Oh man, I haven't been to one of those in years. I think they also closed down during COVID.
Man, COVID really like it like messed a lot of our ish up. Why is the music distorted? Is the music distorted for anybody else?
Tell, I have the stream muted.
Ditto.
Yeah, I'm just letting the people in the chat take a listen. It shouldn't be distorted. When I spray with water, it... Okay, no. That sounds like that's a problem with your speakers. Or you've got very selective and interesting hearing. Very interesting. I'm trying to give you a nice soundscape. You know? Delicious sound effects. Oh, one thing that I want to say, like, if you are anywhere within the Midwest, I implore you... Actually, I'm not sure how franchised this is. Pretty sure it's, like, mostly a Midwest thing. If you're ever in the Midwest, I absolutely beg of anybody out there to go to a Culver's. For the love of all that is holy, eat at a Culver's. Okay? That's good-ish. That's the option that I go to if I'm just like, I want to eat a burger that actually tastes like a burger. I want something that feels homely. Culver's? Daniel says Culver's is goated. Pierce, holy freaking crap, look up Culver's. It's good. It's freaking awesome. They make butter burgers, which basically it's like an extremely juicy and moist burger patty. They've got like a really good quality buns. They've got crinkle cut fries that are like relatively thick, but not too thick, and like they're nice and crispy on the outside, but pillowy on the inside. And also, not only do they sell that stuff, but they also have some other menu items like instead of selling ice cream, they sell like custard, which I mean, I've never been able to tell the difference between ice cream and custard. It's fine. But like they've got really decent ice cream stuff. Also, they sell a bunch of like weirdo stuff as well. Because the place is really heavily based in Wisconsin, they sell cheese curds. So if you want to have some cheese curds, you can just go to a Culver's and you can grab some hot from their fryer. And it's good stuff, man. They also sell some other stuff as well. Like, every once in a while they have like seasonal specials, like for certain things that are in season. So, have any of you guys ever tried Dairy Queen's food? Yes. I swear by their chicken tenders. Genuinely the best in the food game, man. Taste-wise, I think their chicken tenders are okay. I don't know if I would call them best in show, personally. And in general, DQ's fast food, I do have to be a little bit... I don't know. I kind of have to be a little bit critical on their food. Not massively a giant fan. I know that, like, my mom, actually, she, like, when she was growing up, she grew up next to the fast food joint. That, like, I think they used to be separate restaurants, and eventually they, like, converged at one point. And so now you can buy fast food, stuff at a Dairy Queen. My mom used to go out to that fast food shop, and she used to just swear by that food. Like, those burgers were one of the only things that she could actually eat fast food related for the longest time. So, she would swear by Dairy Queen food. I don't know if I would. There's something about, like, the way that they taste, the taste of the burgers. Do you know, like, the flame broiled taste of something like Burger King's food? Now, imagine if you took that and you made the burgers taste like you dialed up the burnt taste. That's kind of what I feel like the burgers at Dairy Queen taste like, and I'm not a fan of that. Have you ever heard of the old She's Here track from A Hat in Time? Like the one by Eric Glazer? No, I don't think so. Or maybe I have. Not sure. I've only had their tenders and fries, never had the burgers. Wouldn't recommend the burgers. Not great. And I think I've had their chicken tenders as well. Would not write home about it, personally. Huge difference from the final. I'm sure. That's the fun thing about game development. There are so many things that, like, you go back in the game development sphere, and things are very much different. I've heard the burgers are mediocre. Oh yeah, they definitely are. I said this in a previous stream, but, like, there was a time when I went off to California. Actually, I've been to California several times. And one of the things that I regret is that I didn't get the opportunity to stop at a Whataburger. No, not Whataburger. In-N-Out. That was it. Didn't get to stop at In-N-Out. And every single Californian on the face of the planet says that In-N-Out is, like, the best thing on the planet. I didn't get the opportunity to do that. Pierce says go to In-N-Out. What's my favorite fast food place? My best case scenario is that I don't go to a fast food place. You must visit the In-N-Out. So here's where you're going to be pissed off at me. I have literally stood inside the building of an In-N-Out. I physically went to the location of In-N-Out and stood in it. But the problem was I was at California and I was on vacation and I was in the middle of going to a lot of different places. I was on a walk and I had other things that I needed to do. And I showed up at an In-N-Out at rush hour around 12 o'clock. And there was a line that was just trailing out the door. So while I technically can say that I've been to an In-N-Out, I cannot say I've had their food. So sorry. What's my favorite fast food place though? That's a good question. I don't know. Like, Culver's is really, I think Culver's might be that. It might be Culver's because, like, their fast food kind of tastes like actual food. You know what I mean? Cali Rush Hour is actual despair. I was there for the first time a few months ago, and I was floored by the traffic. It's nuts. Yeah. Like, you get in traffic, and you just kind of have to, like, twiddle your thumbs and wait. I've been in several people's cars while I've been there. I've had rental cars, and I've also taken Ubers. And it's just like, at certain times of the day, you just have to be prepared for the idea that you're just going to be hanging out in traffic. And hopefully you can have a nice, pleasant conversation with the people in the car. Otherwise, it's just going to be a very awkward...
During those long wait with people, you're supposed to play I Spy.
I think if you played I Spy with anybody in California, they'd deck you. It's like, shut up. I got car sick while stuck in the back of an Uber while going to the observatory, and It was so bad. The observatory was amazing, though. Which observatory? I'm curious about that. Also, where in California did you go? Because California is a big place. What is the fish in your head doing right now, Bit? Well, it's currently being rattled around by things thrown at me. God, I'm hungry. Griffiths Observatory, I think I was staying around Disneyland. Ah, nice. So more of like the LA area. Good stuff. Not gonna lie, I went down to San Francisco about a couple years ago, and there was a time during the planning of the trip, I thought to myself, what if I decided to take a train down to the LA area? Because it wouldn't be hard. Like, it'd be a very quick train ride, and it wouldn't be that expensive. But, yeah, I didn't end up doing that. I was like, no, I'm going to be spending a lot of my time over in the, mostly in the San Francisco area. So, but, like, one of the reasons why I wanted to go down to the LA area was because, you know, Disney. I wanted to go and do the Disney. LA was eye-opening for you, not really what you'd envision. I've been down to California quite a few times, so I could envision something pretty... I don't know. I mean, a lot of people say that LA is like, oh, the business capital of America. You know, it's like, this is the place where, like, oh, this is where stars are born and whatnot, but it's also the place where a lot of people lose their houses and, you know, end up on the streets.
In the streets with no name?
On the streets with no names. Have I seen My Neighbor Totoro? No, haven't watched a heck of a lot of anime. I know it's one of those must-see kind of things, though.
One of the Ghibli films. Unfortunately,
yeah, what did you think of LA versus reality?
I still don't like reality.
My interpretation before was very glitz and glam, super clean, lots of celebs, etc. Actually did see my... Oh, hello, there's a Kyle Phoenix in here now.
No, God!
How you doing, Kyle?
Hey, so far so good.
Mm-hmm. What you been up to?
Playing X4.
Ooh. Neato. Any updates or interests? You know, any interesting things there?
Being a logistician is pretty interesting.
Logistician. I don't know what that means.
Logistician's job is to get products from point A to their consumer.
Sir.
From their producer to their consumer. There we go.
I see. So, like, you know, like
he's doing
farrier or carrier.
He's doing glorified space trucker. But with lasers.
Except I'm not the trucker, I'm the manager.
You're the manager of the trucks. So, yeah.
I'm supposed to find places that are short on product so they can produce a different product. Or find, like, stations that are in the process of being built and need materials.
It's definitely a game that sounds like it'll keep, like, your mind occupied. And, like, fill your brain with the logistics. So we were talking about this earlier. Kyle, what do you... if you had a favorite fast food place, where do you think it would be?
Favorite fast food place? You're gonna make me choose, aren't you?
Well, that's literally what we're doing, but... yes.
McDonald's is a pretty solid choice.
I mean, it's like, it's the safe middle line choice, rather. It's the one that you're like, well, I'm probably not going to have a disappointing experience.
I don't know. I've had it to where I've tried McDonald's over the years, and if you had asked me like 10, 15 years ago, yeah, McDonald's, yeah, goes to where decent price, food is decent, and if I really wanted to, I could see if I could chance my luck with the shake machine.
Ah.
Today, I only choose McDonald's out of a poor, dumb choice.
I have the same opinion about Taco John's and Taco Bell. It would have either been Taco Bell or Taco John's, but their quality has really declined over the years.
You know, funny enough, I've gone to Taco Bell a couple of times here, and Taco Bell ain't bad. Like, it's definitely much better than the reputation that it had in the 90s. Or like, actually no, it was the early 2000s where people were like, is there horse meat in this? Which, I don't know. I don't know what the quality of their meat was, but funny enough, like, there are people who analyze these kinds of trends and these ebbs and things, and apparently, you know, the reputation that Taco Bell had, that being garbage food, kind of pushed them into trying to get better ingredients, or at least, you know, upping their games on the ingredient side of things. And now when you get fast food from Taco Bell, you're actually probably going to get some pretty decent quality stuff, like, which is massively
Well, it
improved.
has been a while since I've been there.
Well, how long would we say? Like
5 years.
Oh, I'd give it a shot. No, I mean, I think they changed up their tactics a little bit earlier than 5 years ago, but I mean, hey, you could do worse. On top of that, like, they've got some specialty items that are not too bad.
Either way, you'll
go at some point. I know Taco John's has declined in quality, at least.
Oh yeah, Daniel says McDonald's is super overhated. Definitely got some heavy randomness if it's going to be stale or not. When it's fresh, I love it. I think I remember my brother was getting up really early in the morning, and oh wait, no, it wasn't early in the morning. It was
Be right
back. Right. So I guess it could have been early in the morning. He was getting up, and it was around the time that the breakfast menu was currently on and about. So as he was actually in the he was in the drive-in, and he was ordering breakfast. And as he was ordering breakfast, he noticed that, like, the menus were actively, like, changing right in front of his eyes. Like, they were swapping from the breakfast menu over to the lunch menu. And he was sitting there and he was thinking to himself, like, okay, this is going to be really weird to ask, but I got to try this. And he he tells the person who's there, just like, hey, is there any way that I could, like, get an order that has my breakfast menu items and some lunch menu items? And she was just like, oh yeah, sure, go for it. And he was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'd like some fries with that. And he's just like, yeah, you got it. And so he had some fries, like, fresh from the fryer, just as they started making them that day. And he says, like, he has not had McDonald's fries that were that amazing ever. So, like, if you get there at the right time, at the right moment, McDonald's fries are, like, godly. That's good stuff, man. And Susix has popped in for a second to say hi. Hello! Welcome to the stream. Yeah, McDonald's fries, there's something addicting to them. Definitely. Pierce is saying, nice areas are super nice and fancy, but it's kind of spotty overall. You can walk a block from a fancy, clean spot and immediately end up in a place that you don't want to be. See, I remember when I went out to San Francisco specifically, that was a really interesting culture shock kind of thing. Because, I mean, with most cities, they tend to have boroughs, and the boroughs have, like, different quality between each of them. And so, on one side of town, you kind of expect it to be, you know, nice and clean and friendly and tourist attractive-y, and you know, everything you would ever want is located in this location of town. And then you head over to a different part of town, and it's just like, what the hell happened? and you're just like, did I suddenly reach Detroit, huh? What is going on? in San Fran, you can't walk from one block to another, you hike. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's a lot more walking in San Francisco. Which, man, I'm really glad I have a little bit more stamina than I had like previously, and I'm glad because there was a lot of walking that needs to be done. It's literally City Escape from Sonic Adventure 2. Yep. Exactly. Oh, but man, like there were some tips that I was given by some very good friends that live in the area. And there were a couple of things. I'm trying to remember, was it Longhorn or whatever the heck? God, I'm trying to remember. There's this one particular borough that I was instructed, just don't go. Don't do it. Don't go there. 1, it smell up to high heaven. 2, the place is like incredibly dangerous. Like if you stop there, you are probably going to run into some level of crime. Let me think. What other tips was I given? Oh, also, oh god. So here's a really funny one. I think I've talked about this on some previous streams, but it's relevant, so let's talk about it. One of the tips that I was given was that do not rent a car. Just don't do it. Just take taxi, take Uber. Because the one thing that you do not want to do in San Francisco is drive and park your car. Because more often than not, your car is going to end up broken into. Even if you don't have anything like super valuable in your car, doesn't matter, people will probably break into your car. Had a family member who visited San Fran, and they told me they literally had to step over a homeless guy to get into the hotel lobby. There were also a ton of empty syringes all over the sidewalk. Yikes. Yep, yeah, there's some corners of San Francisco that you probably should not go. Anyway, so the reason why I mention if you rent a car, you won't be able to find a place to park it. That is true. That like most of the parking spots are just taken the heck up if they do exist. But here's another funny thing. While I was doing research, I was trying to find like good hotels within the area, and places of residence to stay while I was there. And while I was doing this research and I was looking up reviews for all of the hotels that were within the area, I kept on seeing a lot of negative reviews that people were posting. And the major consensus that a lot of them seem to have is that there are some major problems when it comes to parking your car and getting stuff stolen. And a lot of the negative reviews from these hotels, that was the reason why they left a negative review. It was just like, I was there for a very short period of time and I parked my car and then it got broken into. They should have some better security at these locations because they should not allow people to be stealing stuff so easily from cars. To which the actual, like, the hotel owner himself came into the site and answered that review and basically said, look, buddy, this is a common thing that everybody knows about with San Francisco. Or if you don't know about it, that's unfortunately on you. Like, car burglary is a very, very high-risk thing around here, and you can't really stop it. It's like, it's not something that is easily thwarted, and if you decide to park your car anywhere, not even just our parking lots, but any other parking lots, you're kind of leaving yourself up to chance. So, do not leave don't leave a review for the hotel for something that is honestly just a major problem with the city itself. And I'm like, okay, kind of a hot-headed response, but also I get it. It's like, you know what? Yeah, no, I kind of agree. Like, yeah, if that's a problem with just the city itself, maybe don't like, shit on the hotel for that one. Whatever. Call the police, but like, don't be like that. I came back because you're the most interesting thing live. You're interesting live that I follow. Oh, thank you. On the other hand, Fisherman's Wharf is really nice. Oh yeah, I was at Fisherman's Wharf. He's so good. He's so cool. There's so much crap there. first of all, you know, you go onto the wharf, and obviously that's where, like, the sea is, and just miles and miles of amazing freaking ocean. And on top of that, all of the different amenities that you could ever want are at Fisherman's Wharf. As well as a lot of, like, really cool locations. Like, they got, like, arcades, they got knick-knack shops, they got, like, you know... Ocean's gorgeous there. Agreed. Funny picture of Hat Kid dressed up as Zelda and Snatcher, like, the fairy thing, saying, hey, listen. Do you mean Link? Okay, are we talking actual Zelda, or are we talking, like, Link from The Legend of Zelda? Get that right. Also, boats to Alcatraz. So, while I was taking a trip there, so I ended up going for an Airbnb, because I kept on doing research, and I kept on finding so many different places that were, like, the #1 negative review that I saw that was actually legit was a lot of the places around San Francisco are infested with bed bugs. And I was just like, wow, no, I don't think so. So I ultimately decided I'm going to go ahead and stay at a place that, like, has the highest chance of not having bed bugs, and maybe they're actually taking proper care of the beds and making sure that infestation doesn't happen. Anyway, so I stayed in an Airbnb, and one of the things that the hostess of the Airbnb said was, oh, God, one thing that you guys got to do, get on one of the boats and go down to Alcatraz. I ultimately decided not to do that. Like, I saw Alcatraz. I was just like, oh, hey, look, there it is. There's the funny island. There's the place where criminals were. But I didn't end up going there, because ultimately I'm like, what am I going to end up seeing there? I'm going to end up seeing a bunch of, like, old, disheveled buildings, and, like, you know, you're going to get to hear a whole bunch of fun facts about the fact that, like, hey, guess what? Horrible criminals and terrible things took place at Alcatraz. I'm just like, you know, I think I can live without that fun fact. It's cool. I don't expect that I'm going to find anything, like, major or any new, like, revelations about going to Alcatraz. But the Sonic Adventure 2 island. No! No. I can live without Alcatraz in my life, thank you. Alright. Doing okay so far. It's already looking 10 times better. And funny enough, this place kind of looked like a prison at one point. What about Azkaban? No, not Azkaban. There was actually an entire community on Alcatraz. They had their own schools, grocery stores, and everything. That's kind of interesting. Still. I just decided to just, like, skip it. Families of the people who worked on the island. Alright. Well, I guess that would make sense. You wouldn't want to be ferrying a bunch of people back and forth between the island, I suppose. Guys, I kind of made the assumption that, you know, if you worked at the prison at Alcatraz, you were kind of just there for the long haul and you just ate at your job, at your business. And maybe they had, like, bunks for people who weren't prisoners. I never really imagined that, like, they would actively bring over families and stuff. And, you know, I thought the idea of Alcatraz was, oh, it's a terrifying island that, like, you know, has criminals on it. Some of the worst ones you'd ever see. And I feel like that's one of those things, like, as a family person, you know, you would look at that and you would just go, I don't know if I want Junior to be susceptible to that. A lot of people who lived there said they felt safer there than on the mainland. Well, that's different. I went to New York City sophomore year in high school and got to go to several awesome things, and it was fun. That's another place that's kind of on my bucket list. I'd like to go to New York and take a look at some of the locations there. I know, like, there's a Nintendo store there. That's one of my bucket list places. I beat Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow while I was there. Hey, nice. There we go. And got my Snorlax plush from said Nintendo store. Goody!
Is it a little plush or a big one?
I mean, it's Snorlax. If it's anything but gigantic, that's a crime against humanity.
Sorry I left so abruptly. My Sunday song and dance that I forgot to do this time.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Oh. New York City was hell for me, but there were a lot of cool things too. Well, that's unfortunate. Nova says I went to New York and my favorite thing to see was the Boy and the Heron party. Wait, pop-up shop? Oh. I don't think I know about that. It's not the size I wanted, but it's not, like, tiny. Couple feet tall. That's a pretty big old plush.
I will make a statement. I have obtained some time ago a pretty big plush of Gengar. One of those, like, squishmallow things. But it's of Gengar.
Nice.
I did also see...
Yeah, you wanted a life-size one? If you want a life-size one, depending on, like, which one you count as being life-size, that might be gigantic. Have you ever seen the Snorlax in, like, early Gen 1? In, like, the anime? Holy crap. You have to rent out an entire room just to have a Snorlax.
I found a unique naming scheme for my ships.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, no.
Yeah. I mean, mythological creatures was taken, birds were taken, fish were taken, reptiles were taken. Kind of hard to find a unique naming scheme, so I found one that actually speaks to me. Aztec gods!
Hey. Sweet.
Good news, I know how to pronounce every one of them. Bad news,
I'm
ever
sure.
since renaming my fleet, I have no idea what any of them do.
Uh-oh. You'll get it. You'll get to it eventually. You'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
I'm learning.
I'm roughly 5'10". The plush I want is bigger than me. Well, you still have goals then. You have things to aspire to.
You have dreams. One day you will obtain it, hopefully. But yeah, I want big ass Snorlax as well. If you're not a fan of Pokemon and you do not want a jumbo life-size Snorlax, what are you even doing? What are you even dreaming for?
Right. Central Park is really nice in New York City. I'd certainly hope it was, considering, like, it's Central Park. It's like the park. It's the park that all other parks, strive to be.
Come on, McClante
Disney
Lady,
Princess
let's go.
Dream. One day, one time, somewhere, somehow. Jumbo Snorlax. I'm a little bit sad that we don't have the ability to look inside this mansion and see what's in it. I want to see the rich bastard stuff.
Oh, you can find out. You'll just
We're
cease to
not
exist.
breaking a window.
Shh. You just forgot to turn the setting down on the pressure washer. That's all.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Really, really strong stream of... yeah. Sorry. My bad. I suppose I have enough money. I could definitely pay for one of these windows. Don't go to New York City if you hate heights. I mean, sometimes I get that, like, the stomach drop feeling when I'm up really, really high, but I think I'd be okay.
The Boron Plunderer Phoenix E. The Phoenix E is a Teladi ship, not a Boron ship, and most ships don't have the name Plunderer.
Pierce, I went up to the Empire State Building once when I was 7 years old. Once I looked up and saw that the antenna was swaying 30 feet in each direction. Wow! You know, everything looks a lot smaller from up there. Ooh, man. I never really thought about that. That's terrifying. I don't know how Spider-Man does it. Carefully. With extreme caution. Oh, yeah. Fuck the construction guys. Okay, so this guy does weightlifting up here. Hey, look, there's the gnome.
Getting
It's been too long.
What you playing now?
I am playing Power Wash Sim at the moment.
Oh, right.
Hup. Yeah, he's getting swole. Swole gnome. Ah. Yeetus. Goodbye.
Will commit heresy for money. My other ship is right behind you. These ship names are hilarious. I think
Is
I
one
like
of them
these
named
pirates.
Samsung Galaxy Note 7?
No, thankfully.
I think that'd be funny.
No, it wouldn't. My ships are expensive. I don't want them to explode.
I just love how universal that is. It's just like, oh yeah, right. You mean the thing that goes boo? Yeah, no. Oh, they did pay attention to Yeah, okay. Never mind. It's see-through glass. What do you do with a blue monster? Hand them cookies. That's my answer. I'm assuming this is probably a pun. Yeah, Pierce even says it. Give it cookies. That is the correct answer. Ding, 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 ding. Cookies! Nom, 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 nom. Here we go. I'm trying to think of some more stuff that happened on my my vacation stuff. 'Cause I'm sure there were some other things that happened that was just like, oh, hey, noteworthy. Now, California is beautiful. I've had several relatives that have either they live there now or they have lived there in the past, and it's just nice to be able to go down there and like not only visit them but also, you know, get to enjoy like the sun. I think I talked about this on a recent stream, but going to California is interesting because I am so used to like humidity-based heat and also like heat that you can very easily feel. Not so much when it comes to going to somewhere like California, because California kind of has like a consistent breeze. It's not a ridiculous amount of breeze, but it's like enough breeze that it's like it cools you down pretty considerably. And the problem with that is that it kind of tricks your brain into thinking that you're not as hot as you actually are. Yeah, I mean, you could say that about a couple other things in California, but
Yeah.
I'm kidding. There's way too many good-looking people in California. Anyway, But no, like, you know, you've got so much wind that's sort of blowing over you. You forget the fact that you are currently under California sun, and it's just beaming down on you. And so, you know, I remember I took an entire day of just walking around the zoo, and I wasn't thinking anything of it because it was beautiful. It was a sunny day, and it was super cool, and it was super, like, you know, it was comfy and all like that. And then, got back to the hotel, slept, woke up the next morning, and I was just like, who whacked my skin 500 times? Because I'm super raw right now. I didn't have, like, you know, it wasn't a sun poisoning level of sun, but it was definitely enough where I was just like, oh, that's right, sunblock is a thing that I should probably use. North Cal is also a fun place to check out. So many redwood trees. That's also where the original Mystery Shack is. Mystery Shack.
Yeah, Confusion Hill. So, in Northern California, there's this tourist trap called Confusion Hill, which was like the main inspiration for the Mystery Shack in Gravity Falls. And also, the real-life Bill Cipher statue is there.
Oh, neat.
The one that they found in Cipher Hunt.
Cool.
California, the Sunshine State. This is a threat. That's Florida, but also accurate in terms of Florida.
Yeah.
This is a threat.
Florida is the sunshine and humidity state. It's the place that's trying to melt you. There's a reason why you hear so many Florida Man stories. It's because their brains are currently collapsing. Their bodies are turning into microwave, like,
we're being microwaved. Yes.
It's like brain crispy.
I recently went to a concert for a tropical rock musician who wrote a song called Florida Man, and it's really funny, and I recommend listening to it because it's really catchy and it's really funny. It's called Florida Man by Aaron Schurz.
Does it include a bunch of, like, you know, real reports of different things that happened in Florida?
He looked some up when he was writing the song, but he also said that most of what he found was unusable because it was so insane.
God damn. Leave it to Florida to do stuff so freaking insane that it can't get past the, you know, airwave regulations.
Trying to be California. No, I think Georgia is trying to be California because Atlanta is kind of been turning into a mini Los Angeles. Right down to the really shitty traffic.
Jeez.
Yeah, I still wish I still would rather live there though than where I'm living right now. Georgia have a Disneyland? I wish it did.
I wish more places had, like, fun amusement park rides.
Disney World?
Disney World?
Disney World. It has been exactly 10 years since I've been to Disney World. I last went in 2014.
It has been non-actable time since I've been to Disney World. Applicable, that was the word I was
It
trying to
has
get.
been never ago.
Yeah, it has been exactly none. Which is fun. I was going to talk to my mom recently, and she was like, oh, thank God you were those kids that really didn't care all that much about going to places like Disney. And I'm sitting there like, I wouldn't have complained. I mean, all you had to do was just be like, hey, kids, guess what? We're going to Disney World. And I would have been like, yay! But, like, we never did that. You know, I guess we didn't really have money, but, you know. Never been to Disney parks. I've only been to Michigan Adventure, Cedar Point, and Kalahari. I think I've been to Kalahari, yeah. I don't know. I just think there needs to be more, like, reputable and interesting amusement parks. I feel like out of all of the things that we have not accomplished as a species, I feel I feel there's more room to be had with, like, amusement park rides, you know? Like, we've already kind of figured out this whole movie business thing. Like, okay, funny animated picture on a screen. All right, that's cool, great. But like,
are you? I'll let you
what?
finish.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I think we need to open ourselves up to doing more crazy in real life level things.
The only comment I was going to say for movies is like, are you sure they actually know what they're doing?
It's not that they. Sure? I mean, look, Hollywood doesn't know what they're doing, but I think as a medium, we have figured out what we are best at when it comes to the medium of movies. Like, make fun of big name titles all you want, but like, I think we figured it out. There we go. The workout room is almost complete. There. Hollywood knows exactly what they're doing. Make sequels until the sun explodes. Yeah. Well, you know, nothing else is profitable, right? If you don't make sequels, well, then you're just pissing money out of everything.
No, it's not that other things don't make money. It's that other things don't make all of the money, and companies have to perpetuate the illusion of infinite growth.
Well, like, you know, it makes money, but it doesn't make guaranteed money.
They don't care how the CEOs do it.
They can't look at their investors.
Bottom line.
Mm-hmm. They can't look at their investors and be like, hey guys, we guarantee you we're going to grow at least like 5% from what we are right now. Like, they can't do that because, you know, in the event that you decide to pitch a whole bunch of money on a clunker, suddenly you've pissed a whole lot of people's money away. And people are like, oh, well, how dare you? I want my money back and I'm leaving. Goodbye.
The suspected Boron ship from earlier has changed its affiliation ID to the Antigone Republic.
Hubbity herp. You've lost me at everything.
X4 is a space simulation game.
I know!
But, and of course, they simulate pirates.
Okay.
One of the pirate factions has this, or they're Talati, lizard people. And they run around and they plunder people. Well, pirates always find ways around certain things, so they're able to change their affiliation ID randomly.
Okay.
Also, they're not very smart because they keep naming their ships things like Plunderer or Pillager.
Ah, I see.
So this Antigone Republic, Plunderer Phoenix E, I suspect of being a pirate ship.
Kind of reminds me of when, like, computer viruses used to be called, like, notavirus.exe.
Yup.
And it's just a picture of a dolphin.
The funny thing is, the Phoenix E is a Talati ship design, not an Antigone Republic ship design.
So
Or
that's how you
Boron.
could possibly catch him.
Or Boron ship design, of which its faction affiliation was earlier.
Interesting. There was one really cool thing that happened in LA recently. Do tell, I like cool things. Snap, how do you... I think we asked this question before. All right. Well, I'll ask him again. Anyway, Snap, how do you have your cereal? He says the order that he puts stuff down is cereal, milk, and then bowl.
Yep, that checks out.
Here's a follow-up question. What kind of cereal?
Suyix just said ew cereal. All right, that's... You're right, first of all. But second of all, how dare you? You know, I am not against cereal. I actually really like certain cereals. I'm a little bit of a junk rat when it comes to cereals. Especially gimmicky ones. I know they're not good for you, but I'm like, come on. Belgian waffles are the best breakfast. Won't deny that. That, yes. Agreed.
What heresy are you spouting now?
It's not heresy
yeah.
if it's honest truth.
Okay, so Pierce was saying that the cool thing that happened in LA recently was... so there was... I forget, what was the baseball... Okay! I'm looking at I'm looking at this thing! For God's sakes. Anyway. Oh, Dodger Stadium. That's it. So at Dodger Stadium, I don't know how this happened or why it happened or what the heck they're doing, but there were a bunch of like VTuber personalities that showed up and like, I don't know, just did stuff for Dodger Stadium for like the ball game. They had
is that
Gouda
the thing
there.
with Gura singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"?
Yeah, it's like I don't know how the
That
hell
was
that
so
happened.
funny. I have like no idea how that happened, but I'm so glad it did.
Who paid who here? What is going down? Did Dodger
Presumably they
Stadium
paid someone at HoloLive.
Like, did HoloLive pay? Did Dodger Stadium pay? Who came up with this?
Maybe Gura just really likes baseball.
Possibly. Take me out to the ball game. HoloLive sponsored the game. They had a VTuber on the Jumbotron singing a song, and also had exclusive merch and an entire drone show. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, that was Gura.
That's fun. I like that. You could push the pie off your face. If I couldn't, then... Either that or it just falls off. One of those two. Snap, what is your favorite meal? Souls. I don't know what you expected.
Old souls, young souls.
Hold on, my shoes need those. Don't take those.
No, he's gonna eat your feet. Thought it just fell off for a few seconds. Team was losing before Gouda sang the song, and then after that, the home team won 8-5. Sweet. The power of waifu compels you.
If they don't win, it's a shame.
For fuck's sake.
Listen, I'm here to entertain.
No, it's fine. He's fine. I'm taking the piss. I'm lighthearted. I joke. I'm a big fan of like comedy routines that involve a straight man. You know what I mean? The guy who's just like, shut the fuck up. No, both of you are idiots.
You are the same to my Max.
Yeah, pretty much.
Speaking of, I cannot wait for you to play season 3. Like, I know you gotta finish season 1 and season 2 first, but oh my god, I want you to play the third game in the series so bad. It's so good.
I mean, on top of that, I got like a lot of other games that I probably want to also get to as well. So I'll get to them when I get to them. But I'm having fun so far.
Hey.
Why do I find comfort in Snab, rather. You find comfort in snail because it is tasty in escargot. And also, you know, in reference to Snab,
Snails are just really cool and cute, and I love them.
In reference to Snab, though, sometimes we need a little bit of a chaotic, evil presence in our lives.
Wait, sometimes?
Sometimes.
I thought it was all the time. Shit, what have I been doing?
It's like, oh god, no. I need to go apologize to that orphanage.
Tell them that I am sorry for leaving the oven on.
I'm sorry, question mark. Can you ask Snab if he eats seals? Well, you heard him, Snab. He's tried, but they're too chewy.
That's where you gotta club them first. Tenderize.
Take notes, Snab. Take notes. Not the orphanage! Oh god, speaking of like apologies that aren't good apologies though. Have you I don't know, I'm sure that a bunch of people here aren't following the news involved with like the Screen Actors Guild.
No.
No. Well, you know what the Screen Actors Guild is, right?
What?
You know
Literally
what
was talking at the same time.
Oh, you know what the Screen Actors Guild is, right?
Well, from the name, I can hazard a fairly educated guess.
All right, what would you guess?
Where
That it is an organization of screen actors?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, we got that mystery solved.
Yeah, okay. Well, specifically, it is a labor union that is comprised of a bunch of actors across a bunch of different acting fields. And I don't know if you saw it in the news a very long while back, but they did the whole... there was that Hollywood writer's strike.
Yeah, that's
they were
pretty common nowadays, but continue.
Right. Well, they were responsible for that, or at least they were a very big player in that. You know, they have a bunch of people underneath their wings, so they have the ability to tell all of them, all right, here's the deal, folks. You guys are just not going to work, and we're going to keep on fighting for your rights until we get what we want. And that's majorly why a bunch of the writers in the industry managed to get major protections against, like, AI technology. So, you know, they do good work. However, they're not perfect. And they have recently been making a lot of really shitty decisions around, like, voice actors. Now, I am a part of the voice acting sphere. So, I would like to say for the record, I have a massive level of bias. You know? So, anything that I say here, very clearly, you know, it's definitely a lot of stuff that kind of goes towards my benefit and my interests. So, you know, just keep that in mind and take anything I say with that level of grain of salt. So they have not been treating the voice acting portion of their business all that well. And they have made several really crappy decisions in the last, like, I mean, I would say the last couple of years involved with the voice acting portion. And with the whole AI sphere currently going on right now, rather than trying to push for the rights for voice actors to be able to act and do what they want to do in their career, they are trying to work out negotiations with AI companies to put together a system where they believe that there can be ethical use of actors' voices. You know, so that they can, you know, people are able to make their AI builds without, you know, ethically, and with the compensation of the actors themselves. You know, that kind of thing. On paper, that sounds like a really good idea. But the thing is, like I said, like, the reason why people are actors to begin with is because they want to perform and they want to act. Like, I'm not going to speak for every single actor out there. Maybe there is an actor out there that would love to just sell their voice and be like, yeah, I don't feel like acting anymore. Here, take my voice and use it for everything ever, and you know, just pay me royalties for the rest of time. You know what? There's probably some people out there that are interested in that. But I know a lot of people within the industry that are, like, not happy with that idea. I mean, you know, there are a bunch of actors who actively want to continue to keep acting, and they don't want people to just take their voice and do the work for them. But the other side of the coin is there's a bunch of, like, more amateurish voice actors or voice actors that don't have a lot of foothold within the industry that they feel that if AI voice acting becomes a thing, it means that, like, that's going to be a major blow to a lot of people's pocketbooks. Because, I mean, who are you going to choose to act for you? Are you going to hire, you know, a voice actor who is not really well known within the industry? Or are you going to go and get Ryan Reynolds' voice bank? And Ryan Reynolds' voice bank is like, anybody can use it as many times as they want anywhere in the world. You know, at least with someone like Ryan Reynolds, he only has so much time to be able to dedicate to, you know, putting his voice into things. But if it's completely unmetered and anybody can use those voice banks, so like, which one are you going to go for? Maybe cost is going to end up being a factor in it, but at the end of the day, like, I don't know. How more expensive is it going to be to use Ryan Reynolds' like AI voice than it is for just hiring a voice actor? Who knows? And a lot of people are concerned about that. They're like, no, I don't like this. This seems like it's going to take things over and break a lot of things in the industry. This is bad. This sucks. They're calling for SAG to like put in regulations to make sure that can't happen. Because no matter what, it just seems like this is going to do nothing but hurt the voice acting industry. But no, like, SAG seems to be very solidly planting their feet and saying that this is the direction they're going, and it kind of feels like they're shrugging and saying, no, we've given up on your industry, we've given up on your section of the market, AI is here, you should just give up and let the robots take over already. And that's creepy! The only ethical use of AI replacing a voice actor is James Earl Jones, and the only reason that is okay is because he specifically said that it's okay for Disney to make an AI of his Darth Vader voice, specifically to play that one character. That's true, though. I've heard some blowback on that, actually. Now, you'll remember, a little bit earlier in the stream, I was discussing this with you guys, that there's this one guy, Tom Schalk, who is a voice actor, who he actually does a really good job of doing like an interpretation of Darth Vader. And in fact, here, I'm going to play that again just for you guys' convenience. Unfortunately, the people in the voice call will not be able to hear this.
The Death Star will be completed on schedule.
Did you really just pronounce it schedule?
No.
That was Tom Schalk. And, like, he does a really good interpretation of Darth Vader. I feel like that would work. And, like, you know, real voice actors can, they can do a pretty good job of doing a good facsimile of James Earl Jones. So, I feel like it would make more sense, at least from, like, an emotion standpoint, and from, like, the position of, you know, having a really solid performance, to hire a voice actor, or somebody who's a sound-alike. It's not impossible to find really good sound-alikes.
Recasting is okay. It happens all the time.
Do you know how many times Sonic the Hedgehog has had a different voice actor? It's kind of nuts. It's insane. So, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and while, okay, James Earl Jones has given his blessing for it, I'm happy that he's cool with it, and I'm happy that he was at least asked. That's good. But then, again, the question is, are we getting any, a good end product by just synthesizing some voice actor's voice? I don't think so. Apparently 5 people have done the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, there you go. There's nothing wrong with recasting, I think. If anything, having like... Oh, there they are. Jaleel White, Ryan Drummond, Jason Griffith, Roger Craig, and Smith... Roger Craig Smith, and Devin Mack. Frickin' Devin Mack. Go follow Devin and Raccoon. They're great people. Oh, and the Sonic OVA, so 6. There we go. Can I just mention that the Snapcube Robotnik is beautiful? Yeah, but it's far from canon. It's great.
From canon.
But it's definitely in the fanon territory. The people have
These days, Penny is gonna get like, she's gonna end up on some official Sonic project. You know it.
I certainly hope so. Even just as like a side character would be fun. Like if not Robotnik, it would be great if it was just like, a little like voice cameo in something. Also, yeah, OSHA doesn't need to see this. Nobody clip this. Nobody talk about this. All right, this is perfectly up to code. I've come to make an announcement. OSHA has nothing for me to say to them. Yeah. To be fair, I'm an idiot and I fell off this thing.
Because medication is making me slippy, it's making me eepy, so...
You're taking off then?
Yeah.
Oakley smokely. Well, thank you very much for jumping on in.
Catch you later, bit.
Mm-hmm. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
So, now back on the subject, though. Yeah, people want SAG to, like, actively take care of actors and take care of the interests of people that want to act. And it really just seems like, all right, so they're making some plans for, negotiations for doing it ethically. But is that what people want? A lot of people are saying that no, that's probably not what people want. Especially since one of the things that SAG tends to do whenever there needs to be some kind of a major decision made within the industry is they will leave certain things up to poll, and they will actively contact people a part of the union, and they will be like, hey guys, we're trying to make a decision on this particular thing. We would like your opinion on it. Please vote for such and such things. And then you can input your voice, and then if the vote stacks against one thing over another, then that's the thing that the union is going to decide for. It's all about trying to get the opinion of everybody within the industry, not necessarily the interest of the union leaders themselves. Well, again, there's this one particular deal that they're trying to do right now with one particular company, and again, people are doing the whole "how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?" thing. And at the moment, SAG is attempting to try and do damage control on that. Like, they're attempting to try and spin it and be like, no, this is a good thing. This is a great thing. Like, we need to put in the regulations. We need to make sure that they don't over-encroach into our territory. And we need to make sure that the rights and the performances of all of our actors are safe. And this is for your benefit. This is for your own good. Yeah. Despite the fact that, again, they did not ask anybody for vote on this. They just basically said, yeah, we're partnering with these guys. And the most recent controversy that just happened was so SAG has got a podcast where they go into details about what they're currently working on within the union. And there's one member of the cast. I'm not going to name them by name. In fact, I'm going to say for the record, I'm not blaming this individual. I'm taking a guess that this is a problem within their company itself. So don't look at this from a standpoint of the individual. Look at this from the standpoint of the whole goddamn company, the whole picture. But remember, like a major executive of the company was on this podcast, and during this podcast, he basically straight up admitted that he believes that members of non-union within voice acting spheres, or just within the acting sphere in general, are lesser of talent. He straight up said that. He straight up said that he believes that, like, there's a good chance that if you are not a part of the union, you are of lesser talent and lesser quality. And that has pissed off all of the people. So much so that the post that was advertising that podcast has been removed, and he has made a public statement to walk that statement back and apologize. But I've seen the apology, and it's basically one of those, like, boilerplate apologies where they never directly apologized for it, and they don't go into discussion about why what they said was wrong. They basically just said that, like, hey, we said this, and we want to clarify some statements. And then they went into a statement that sounds absolutely nothing like what they said. So basically, they're gaslighting people at this point and being like, no, that's not what we meant at all. Here's what we actually mean. It's just being like, no, we know what you mean. You said that you believe that people who are not a part of the industry, a part of the union, are lesser of talent. Or, best case scenario, he's just saying that to try and butter up the people a part of the union and make them feel like, that smug satisfaction of being like, oh, look at me, I'm a part of a big corporate, a big corporate union. I am much better than all of you. Basically making people feel good about spending money to be a part of the union. I have made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, says Silly. We haven't gotten to that point yet. They haven't made several yet. But, they made a non-apology that didn't actually matter or didn't mean anything. And on top of that, I just want to talk and go into detail, can you imagine if all right, so, that there's, workers' unions for stuff like Walmart and stuff, right? Can you imagine if, the workers' union of Walmart started to boast the idea that the members of the, worker union at Walmart are significantly higher quality than any new startup within the company?
There's a workers' union for Walmart?
Isn't there? I thought there was.
I'm going to say...
No.
There should be.
They are strictly non-union.
They should be. They should unionize. Holy fuck. Okay,
all
right. Let's make the hypothetical then. Let's say that hypothetically Walmart had some sort of a union. Could you imagine if there is anybody a part of Walmart who is not a part of the union, they stick their nose up and be like, you don't have as much work ethic, or you don't know as much as we do, and we make all the rules here. We know what we're doing here all at Walmart. We're the Walmart union. It's like, would you listen to those people? Or would you call them full of shit? I certainly wouldn't listen to them. And this shouldn't be about superiority. The entire point of a union is for that union to stand up for not only its members, but also everybody else within the industry. Just because the union ends up getting benefits doesn't necessarily mean that that doesn't trickle down to everybody else outside of the union. Because it does. A big jumble of people get together and say, hey, this is bullcrap, we're not going to stand for it. And then they end up getting better, they get better benefits. And because of the fact that it needs to be fair for everybody gets benefits. That's what a union's supposed to be for. That bugs the crap out of me because I'm just like, ew. I don't know, it just gives, like, every single actor a bad name as far as I'm concerned. They likely have a clause in their hiring contract that they have to join the union. Even a grocery store like Ralph's has that for their employees. If you are hired, you join the union automatically.
I'm going to have to tell you this. There is no union for Walmart.
Yeah, that's fair. I could totally understand if there's no union for Walmart. But anyways, I don't know. I think I've talked about this couple. I forget if I ever mentioned it like this, but like one of my biggest pet peeves, especially one in this day and age, is I hate when people bold-faced lie directly to my face. And it's happening way more often nowadays. The term that I like to use is, someone pissing on your head and telling you it's raining. And my God, these people are filled with nothing but piss. But anyways, now that I have thoroughly destroyed any chance of being a part of SAG, I don't know, I've just been laughing at the whole situation and just like how much people have been dunking on it, as it absolutely should be, because it's stupid. Wait, their bones aren't muscles and piss too? No, their bones and muscles aren't piss. However, they are hollow on the inside, and they can actually hold more piss, so that they can release more. Their biology is all kinds of messed up, man. Money does crazy things to your bones. I see. Can we get a diagram? This old train station in Detroit near where I live got fixed up, so it's no longer abandoned. Frickin' rad! Honestly, I've actually heard some really good things about the restoration of Detroit. I know that, like, I made that one joke a little bit earlier. You know, the whole jab at Detroit being, like, run down and desolate. You know what? It's actually considerably better, especially considering, like, the city has actively been making a lot of decisions that have been, like, bolstering the idea of people, like, starting up business there. Like, it's really cheap to start business there, and people have genuinely been, like, doing a lot of things to kind of, like, rebuild, rebuild the community. Like, it's good stuff. It's okay, I make jokes like that, too. It's not coming from any place, like, any personal place. Massively kidding. All right, how much more of this fancy schmancy apartment complex do we have to clean? Or, not an apartment complex, but, modern house. Just makes the bones easier to break. Well, yeah, eventually they get pretty rickety, so... Are you? It's called Michigan Central, and now it's an office for Ford. That's freaking cool. I'm proud. I'm happy. I just hope that new industry can strive and be strong in Detroit. It's a shame that a lot of like the industry that Detroit started out with was stuff related to automobiles and a lot of like industrial things. And then all of that stuff has like slowly been moving away from city spaces, and God, now we barely manufacture anything in this country. Famous artists used to go there and practice art with graffiti, and inside in one of the exhibitions you can actually see some of the graffiti on display. That's freaking awesome. I you know what? I like that. I like seeing stuff like that as opposed to just being like, oh, weird, vandalism, must get rid of it. I say as I clean the vandalism. Don't judge me. Power washer go burr. If it's modern, how the hell is it so dirty? Muckenham's built different, I swear. What I want to know is where this guy stores all his water. Like, you know, he's got a water pack and whatnot, but, you know, this isn't Super Mario Sunshine logic. We don't have, like, ridiculous tanks of water that are capable of holding, like, infinite amounts of water. You know what's funny? I spent a lot of, like, really good money on this graphics card around, like, the era of the scalpers. And nowadays, graphics cards are, like, stupidly cheap because they're freaking everywhere now. And meanwhile, I'm using this graphics card to clean the side of a wall. And it's kind of, like, resource intensive.
Come on, man. You gotta actually have good enough graphics card in order to be able to actually show on just how smooth the cleaning process is of the sprayer.
Gotta move as slow as possible and make it as satisfying as you can make.
Come on,
Did you draw Snatcher on the wall yet?
Pick up the pace.
I have not drawn Snatcher on the wall. Good enough. I thank you for your service. It is my calling. It is my duty. Care of the floor. I want to unironically see more trains. I want high-speed rail. How freaking cool would it be to, like, just jump on a train for, like, a really cheap price and just be like, I would like to go down to, like, I don't know. I would like to take a trip down to Pennsylvania. And then bada bing, bada bang, bang, boom, I'm just in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that would be nice. So I didn't have to drive 23 hours.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you have to take trips to Pennsylvania with your family.
I used to.
Oh.
Grandma kicked it and no one else is willing to get the family together, so I guess I'm not anymore.
Yeah, fair. Still
Isn't
a
it
lovely
fun
place.
when that happens?
One place on my bucket list is Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Oh, the air is thick with the
Freezing.
smell of chocolate. It's great.
Trains are cool. I've seen a train in person. I mean, a few. I mean, I've seen like trains that have been going across the tracks. I remember there was one point I was speaking to my mom while about 4 years back. We were discussing the idea of maybe pooling our money together and taking a trip on like a train. Because we were like, you know what? I have never been on one, and I don't think my mom's ever been on one either. And we kind of wanted to like splurge on going to a location. You know, we would get on the train, we would go out to like a really fancy location, we would enjoy whatever festivities are there, and then we'd jump back on the train, and then we would, you know, arrive back home. Hello Kitty bullet train exists in Japan? Not surprised. All right, well, goodbye, Snatcher. Knew you well. Goodbye. Whee! Anyway, so yeah, no, me and my mom were kind of making those plans at one point, and we were really excited about it. And we were thinking about maybe making a plan to do it sometime in like May of like the following year. But the problem with that is that we started making those plans on December of 2019. I think we all know what that where that went.
Tried your luck with a Powerball and you failed.
And no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop! Oh, it is whammy. So yeah, instead of spending all that money on a train, I basically said like, okay, well, I'm going to pool all of my money and resources and make sure that I can afford things so that I can shack up and live. What if someone recreated Murder on the AliExpress in real life? That'd be kind of interesting. Speaking of Japan, I want to go to Tokyo Disneyland. That'd be kind of neat. All right, what am I missing here? Second floor window frame. Yeet. Okay. This one's still not clean. Got it. Third floor something or other. But this time it's an actual murder. Okay, what am I looking for here? Barrier posts. On the third floor? Hup! Parkour. Oh, these guys. How many of those do I need to clean? Okay. It's so funny when it's only like a smidgen away from being clean. All right, what's left? Oh my god. All right. Oh, I didn't clean the mailbox. Oopsies. Okay, second floor ceiling trim. Oh, that thing. Goody. Second floor, barrier posts. You. Where you at? Where you at? Kill. What's the weather like in the block void? Fairly comfortable and feels very air conditioned, but also like there's barely any wind in here. It's not very refreshing. I can use some sunlight. Got it. All right. Snap, what's your opinion on Snatcher? He's fine with his existence as long as, he keeps his distance. Okay, roof terrace floor trims? So up here? Yeah. Ow. I think one of these barbells is not clean. Or the shelf in general.
Lord of the Gyms and the 2 barbells.
Lord of the Gyms? What the heck is that, and where did you hear that?
Someone took Lord of the Rings characters, put them through an AI generator, and made them all super.
Oh, right.
Oh my god.
So
Actually, that
I
reminds me
came
of...
So I came up with names for the 3 movies.
Oh, nice.
Lord of the Gyms and the Membership of the Gym. Lord of the Gyms and the 2 barbells. Lord of the Gyms and the Return of the Chad.
The Return of the Chad, yeah. That reminds me of, there's that one video, like, they took, fricking heck, what was his name again? I'm trying to remember.
My favorite character is Swolem.
Freaking hell! Oh, it's too perfect. God damn it. Anyway, no, that reminds me. There's... What was that one video? The dude who, like, he took Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and gave him, like, the Chad chin. Like, used, like, AI to give him a Chad chin. And then he used, like, AI voice synthesis to, like, make him say, like, Chad-like type of sentences. I think I'm trying to remember what some of the lines were. There was a point where he broke his back, and he's just like, "Oh God, my back must have broke it from lifting this whole movie." It's like, because I'm the only one doing heavy lifting here. Okay, roof terrace floor trims. Where is that?
Harry Spotter and the Goblet of Protein.
Freaking heck. I mean, to be fair, if there is any place where there would be, protein shake, it'd probably be in that goblet. Swolem.
Swolem. Harry Spotter in the Chamber of Steroids.
Hey, oh, wow, that sounds like a terrible thing. I wouldn't want to live in the Chamber of Steroids. That sounds like you'd be constantly raged.
You got a bulk, Harry.
Trying to think of some more quotes. There it is. God, that was really tucked away. All right. Rear balcony door handle. Oh. Rear balcony? No, that's not it. Was it, hold on. Rear balcony's like up here, right? Is that it? No. Door handle, door handle, door handle, door handle. Door handle, door handle. Where is it? Where's it? Brain!
Well, while you're actually having a meltdown and trying to get a handle of the situation, I'm actually going to be hopping off myself. I'm starting to stare off into the void.
Roy,
That's valid.
don't give the void the opportunity to stare back.
But it's
But the
fuzzy
void is
and its
cool.
eyes-
It's all
fuzzy
swirly
its
and
eyes
dark.
like- yes.
Well, I hope you have a very good pass out.
But yeah, but I am going to leave with this.
Okay, bye. Oh.
Ah, oh, all right. Hope he has a good night. Where? God, all right, hold on. Rear balcony door handle. Rear balcony? Was it? Brain applesauce. Hold on a second. Hip. There doesn't happen to be like a door handle in there, is there? Oh, so there is. Genius. Rear balcony barrier posts. Dang. You know, funny enough, I kind of thought this was going to be a lot simpler than it turned out being. All right. Barbell bar. The balcony on the rear of the house, maybe? No. Doubt it. This thing isn't clean. Oh. Guess not. There we go. Driveway base walls. Son of a... Kidding me. Jeez. First floor ceiling trims. Apparently this one isn't clean. There we go. And the final things to do is the mailbox. Whoops. What an ugly ass mailbox. Jesus. Are you too special to just have a regular old, like, you know, USPS style mailbox? Actually, I do like the fact that, like, it's a little bit bigger, so it has more room for packages. I like that. I think that we need to move in the direction of doing that. Yeah, with friggin' porch pirates and all that jazz.
Y'all.
Look, if we're gonna be moving into
those two porch pirates fighting each other over a package.
What?
I haven't seen the video. I just saw the headline in my feed.
I have not seen that, and that just seems like the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Like, both of you are criminals. Both of you are stealing. Right now, you probably shouldn't be making, like, a scene. What the hell? Idiots. I know that's my TV. No, that's my TV. No, none of us can watch TV. It's like, for God's sakes, man. If you can't get one package, then go to a different house. probably somebody that's got a package that's gonna be stolen, or one that can be stolen. No crap, that's why I'm freaking stealing it. There we go. It's all shiny and done. Ow. Jesus. Alrighty. Well, we've been streaming for a while here. I think now would be a good time to settle down and enjoy myself and whatnot. So, thank you guys for coming out. I'm going to head over to the end page. And I'm pretty sure I've got all of my mic settings and everything set up properly over here as well. I think so. Let me check real quick.
Waldorf salad.
Okay, yes. Yes, I do. It's a shame that, I can't play it through Discord. That'd be really fun. All right. Anyway, so the plans for the next couple of streams here. Now, again, I'm going to be diving back into Sam and Max Save the World. That's going to be happening on Wednesday. And then we just recently finished up playing Undertale Yellow, and that was incredibly fun. So the next game, I'm going to keep it a little bit of a secret until tomorrow, but I'll give you a hint. It's going to be RPG related, something to that degree. So hopefully that will be entertaining for you. And then, we're going to dive back into doing a little bit more Power Wash Simulator. Specifically, there's a final chapter inside this thing. And I don't know whether or not I'm going to keep on playing Power Wash Simulator for the rest of that night, or if we're just going to chat for the rest of it. Honestly, it kind of comes down to just how long it takes to clean a fire plane, which I can't imagine that's going to take that long. But, yep, I am going to go and just relax for the rest of the stream and for the rest of the night. So, any last parting words?
Not really.
No.
I'll be back.
What is your plans for the next week?
Probably play X4, as it has been for the past month.
Such fun. I mean, hey, anything that, fills up the void that is the brain. Okay, I'm taking off. Thanks for coming out, everybody, and see you later, Kyle.
See ya.
Mm-hmm.